Another man done gone. Another man done gone from the county from another.
It's Jax. What up, Dallas? Let's go.
Martin Luther had a dream, but Freddy Krueger had a Ruger. Ex-Malcolm out the picture, so now we back to the future. Now we back to these losers embracing death like they used to. Poking out they chest, but listen, son, now you leaking that future. So who's the shooter? Is it your man? Or was it a fan? Or was it a stand? I would beg to differ. In hindsight, I bet you he say he was not a nigga. Plus Biggie Smalls was just minding his business, yo. Smoking an Optimo. Somebody got to drop the homie Biggie has got to go. And they couldn't stop it, no, I wish that they could. Yeah, the world needs change, but man, I wish that we would. So why the long frown? A man harmed from a 4 pound. His blood ripples on the floor from the war sound. His mama sitting at the wake, hoping the Lord's found. Another dead, another gone now. Damn.
Another man done gone. Another man done gone from the county from another.
George Eliot said that it's best to be what you wanna be. Fucking do what you wanna do, so I do what I wanna do. Bet you did it to floss. Bitch, I did what I wanted. Bet you did it and lost. Bitch, I did it and won it. Shit, I'm never coming back. Listen, I just wanna rap. Gee, I told you all of that. On about a dozen tracks. I don't give a fuck. I just wanna rap. Spitting fire on this track like a fucking Thundercat. Plus this mic is bleeding rojo. This shit is a no-no. Rolling in that low-low. Plus I'm from that Baltimore. Need a folk. Smoking on my logo. Ready for the wall and we so silly with the flow. Somebody call a popo. Heard the lanes and I swear they so too much love for the fame just to go broke. You said like I had the rap game in the chokehold. Never think I got the whole world in a rope. Gotta think of damn dog, you crazy. Is he the next Jay-Z? My crystal ball is hazy, but I don't know. Maybe.
Welcome back to the Insanity Check Podcast. Your host, Kriss, here on the MTR Network with the Insanity Check Podcast. If I'm sounding a little tired right now, it is because I am fucking exhausted. I am still recovering from New York Con. I am not gonna fucking lie. It's just been a lot going on. Yeah, I can't. I'm actually looking forward to the 4th. Even though I have to work on the 3rd. What the fuck? I'm looking forward to 4th of July, so I actually don't have to go into work that day. Even though we will still be recording that day because we're going to be doing part 2 of Peter Parker Character Corner because I don't know when to take a break, really. So,
damn.
Yeah, joining me all the way. I'm assuming you're still there, right? You're still in Canada, right? You're still in.
Yeah, man.
You're still in the place that we used to make fun of, but now we kind of wish we were. My mayor. Rich Jones joining me here all the way from Montreal, Quebec. And let me just say, I saw an image of Justin Trudeau, and it was like, he had like on the rainbow socks, and he was like shaking hands with a little girl dressed as Wonder Woman. And I was just like, all we got is Trump. We at this point, America will never be able to recover from this. The jokes are over. It's done.
Crazy, man. Hey, let's just put it this way. He belongs to you guys too. Okay, we can share him. I promise.
We get him on weekends. Okay, I'd appreciate that.
That works. I can split it 3 days, 4 days. That's cool. We can do that.
I appreciate that. Like, it's to the point. Like, listen, and look, I understand that for the super radical out there, that Justin Trudeau and all the world leaders are representing that imperialistic power and blah 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 blah. Here, listen, I don't give a fuck. I'm living under Trump right now. I'll take, at this point, I take Terrence and Phillip from fucking South Park at this point. Like, I'm just, look, we're in no room to complain right now. Like, at this point, yes, I will take anything. So I don't really give a fuck. Like, every now and then I'll see something like, well, he's not perfect. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Perfect is so far away from what we really need right now. I'll take being able to say things in complete sentences. Can we go with that? Can
Exactly.
we go with not being a shit muffin on Twitter? Lowest bar there. Like, we're just one day without a scandal. We gotta take baby steps here. Like, America, we're fucked. We are fucked.
1 day or 12 hours. I don't know, man. Every moment could be another crazy thing that happens, man. I can't call it.
He woke up this morning and went back to the thing that got him in trouble yesterday and went back at Joe and Mika on Morning Joe. Like, it's just, he can't help himself. It is just, I'll take anything at this point.
He's the most insecure person I've ever seen in the public. I mean, it's just, there's no words for it, man. It's every single moment you check on Twitter. I dread going on Twitter because I just know what happened now. Like, I have that fear in my mind, the back of my mind. And yeah, every time I check, I see he did something again, or someone said something stupid, or he offended another person, and he was misogynistic about this, and racist about that, and homophobic about this, and xenophobic. He tops himself every single time. It's crazy.
It's our new power. It's our new superpower. Like they say, oh, America's a superpower. Yeah, our new superpower is to have a world leader who literally offends everybody at least 3 times a day on an off day. Like that is that is what we're dealing with right now. It is just like I literally wake up one morning and go, well, I wonder what he did today. Like it's a never ending bowl of shit living in under Trump. And the great thing I love about it is you can't even say I didn't see this coming. He has always been this way. Like, that is the most insulting part right there. Like, when I'm watching now the media go, well, who would have predicted that he wouldn't have done? I'm like, everybody. Literally everybody who's ever known anything that Donald Trump has done or any way Donald Trump has been would have been able to predict this.
Yep.
It is the most...
And, man,
Good?
My bad. I was going to say, Joanne killed it today, man. She wrapped that shit up in a bow and was like, here you go. This is exactly what you called for. You knew it was gonna happen. And Mika and Morning Joe, and they said, oh, we didn't see this coming. He's a changed man. We don't recognize this person. I mean, it's just the enablers, man. They come up with so many excuses, and it's a shame. It really is a shame.
It is a complete shame. The funny thing, and I'm gonna come back to the Joe and Mika thing in a minute because there's even more hilarity with that in a second here. If I can find out where I put it at. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'll bring this up in a minute. But so you're talking about today with Joanne Reed, right?
Yes, this morning.
Oh, this morning.
She went off on that panel. She didn't go off, but she just wrapped it up and kind of said, "Hey, man, you know what? We knew what it was. You guys, on the other hand." So you guys said, "Oh, we don't really know." So she wrapped it up real good.
So I saw her last night, right? And last night she's on with a GOP strategist. It wasn't her show. I can't remember who was running the show. And the entire time she's basically laughing at the GOP strategist who was literally distraught. This person's like, I can't believe this. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, he's ruining the GOP brand. And Joy the entire time is literally laughing, going, you guys knew that this was what he was, and you guys didn't care. So the idea that all of a sudden now you care is actually quite hilarious because everybody knew this. And at one point she got the she said something. Oh, so the GOP strategist was like, well, yeah, he's not moving us forward on healthcare, and he's not doing this. We should be doing this. And I implore the president. So Joy acting nice and calm, just sat there and asked, briefly was like, what is his position on healthcare? Like, what does he believe? And like because it's not her show, she couldn't like really press it. But the GOP strategist had no real answer. Because the fact of the matter is, what Joy was saying was right. It's like, he's never like had any actual position on anything. Donald Trump's positions ebb and flow based off of crowd reaction. Yep. That is it. So when you're trying to sit there as a GOP and going, well, we want him to, take leadership over healthcare, he doesn't know enough about healthcare to do that. And he has no interest in learning about healthcare to do that. He has no interest in learning the decent, people used to complain about Obama being, too in the weeds and he was too focused on the details. And I'm like, yeah, you kind of missed that now, don't you?
Exactly. No, he doesn't even read the Coles notes.
No.
He just, it's all reflex. Everything is just off the cuff. And you know how he does that thing where he repeats the same word like 3-4 times? It's like he's trying to convince himself of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's exactly what he does every time.
Yeah. I mean, he's literally an idiot. I mean, that's really what it is. He is literally a moron, and white people in America, they elected a moron. But anyway, I was talking about Joe Scarborough and Mika, and at this point, you know what happened. You know, Donald Trump went out and said some mean misogynistic stuff about Mika, and the truth of the matter came out that she actually did have work done, which I thought was hilarious. And to make it even messier, for those who don't watch Morning Joe, what makes it even messier is there have been rumors about Joe and Mika being together and for a while, just because their relationship just seemed unnatural a little bit. And then like a month or so ago, suddenly it just came out of the blue that they came forward with they were engaged. Like, it wasn't even that they were dating; it's that they're engaged now. I'm just like, that's weird. Come to find out, apparently Donald Trump knew, and it involved the National Enquirer, and then that was coming out too to talk about the Bessie story. So the entire thing is this entire thing is a mess, and
100%.
It's 100% a mess. And look, Donald Trump is 100% wrong here. He's really more mad at Joe Scarborough, so he's attacking the woman in Mika Brzezinski, and that is what he does. He normally always goes, unless it's Obama, he'll attack a woman because he has serious issues with women. Again, something that we've known.
Exactly.
But I don't really give a shit about this white on white violence and crime because Joe and Mika caused this. So if you remember back when Donald Trump was mocking that disabled Times reporter, this is how Morning Joe covered that.
The New Jersey draws the prober's eye, written by a nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe that's what I said. This is 14 years ago. They didn't do a retraction.
Oh, my God.
In an interview with Breitbart News.
What a show.
You guys. If it wasn't such a serious issue, you can't. No,
I just love his imitation of the guy. And you know what? There is one element of truth to what Trump's saying that is true and funny, because the poor Washington Post reporter writes this at the time. Okay. And now he is really Willie backing up, going, oh, I don't know what I saw. Well, listen, if he...
In case you don't understand what just happened there, that's Joe Scarborough actually laughing at Donald Trump, laughing at and mocking that disabled Times reporter.
It was all good just a week ago. Everything was cool, right? It was funny. It was a joke. Everything was fine. You know, Mika just sat there and shook her head. Joe uproariously laughing like he's at a Chappelle show. Yeah. You know, stand up. Yeah, that's funny. Yep. And then now all of a sudden it's too personal.
Oh, right? Yeah, now all of a sudden
it's okay to mock a disabled reporter as if that's correct.
Well, to be fair, now Donald Trump is coming after the woman that Joe Scarborough loves now.
Of course.
Not the woman he loved before when he got divorced, but the woman he loves now and is going to get married to and is having a show with and was being messy and they were cheating behind everybody else's back. But, that is again, this is why I don't give a shit about Mika being Mika being made fun of, or Joe being made. I care about the fact that the office of the president shouldn't be stooping down to this level, but that's it. And that's the base level I care about. I was seeing a bunch of stand up for Mika, and I was like, I don't think so. Mika didn't stand up for the rest of us, so I ain't standing up for her. So
never once, man. Yeah. They had ample opportunity to, like you said, they enabled him from the beginning, man. I remember, I don't know. First of all, I don't know, Kriss, how you even are able to have the energy to watch Morning Joe sometimes, because that shit, out of every single show on MSNBC, in fact, really out of any show, that is the show that just drives me up the wall the most. Like, for my pops, like, for him, it's more Chris Matthews. He hates Chris Matthews with a passion.
Oh, you mean he doesn't
choke the shit out of him?
You mean he doesn't like Chris Matthews asking a question, then before the person can respond, asking another question, then when the person goes to respond to that question, and Chris Matthews answered that question for him, then answers another question, then goes on to another person before that person can speak. You talking about he doesn't like that? Who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like that kind of hard-hitting, cable news host where it's really just a host ranting and the person there who gets brought on for expertise purposes gets maybe 2 words in for an entire segment?
Oh my goodness, man. I'm telling you, he can't stand him. So every time my pops mentions Chris Matthews, I'm like, Pops, don't you know that Joe Scarborough, even though Chris Matthews is a piece of shit and he's the worst, man, Joe Scarborough takes it. He's so fucking pompous and narcissistic and just stuck up, and he knows everything, and he cuts Mika off before she gets a chance to even have any sort of opinion, and he's just a know-it-all. He's such a fucking piece of shit, this guy. I can't stand him, man.
So thanks to my new job, I leave so early so I miss Morning Joe. But I definitely stayed and waited a little bit on Friday so I could hear them talk. And you know what I found interesting? The most interesting thing about that on Friday when they came on to the top of they said, oh, Joe and Mika were going on vacation, but they're coming in and to respond to Donald Trump at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock. You know the funny thing I love about that is they get in, and again, Mika's the one that really got attacked. But who gets to talk first and who gets to talk the most? Joe Scarborough. And does he? And is he really defending the woman he loves? Like Donnie Deutsch actually dropped all pretense, and he seemed to be more angry and more meet me in Temecula. Like he seemed more meet me in Temecula than fucking Joe Scarborough did. Like Donnie Deutsch was like, listen, I don't care if I never come back onto this show ever again. But let me just say, Donald Trump is disgusting. He has the audacity to talk about other people's looks. He is disgusting. He's a disgusting looking human being, and he has the audacity to talk about other people's looks. Like Donnie Deutsch didn't care. Joe Scarborough's like, well, no, this is what really happened. And I'm like, oh, okay, because you have to realize also that you were actually feeding into the Trump monster as well, and so now you're still trying to, okay, you're a piece of shit.
Shows how much of a coward he is, man. He's been like that from the beginning, and, just the fact that he's on MSNBC doesn't mean he's a staunch liberal or doesn't mean that he's a progressive. He's just a piece of shit who kind of clouds it in this, okay, well, let's give Trump an opportunity to, speak his mind, and let's give him a chance to speak his side of the story. Maybe it's not as what it seems, and he's just an enabler. And Mika sits there and just shakes her head all the time and just lets that shit happen. Bottom line, they're all complicit, and that's all I care about. If you're complicit in this shit, I'm not gonna fucking stand up for you. Stand up for you for what? For what reason? It doesn't matter.
The interesting thing about Joe and Mika are Joe is these are not journalists. Joe is a former. He still is technically kind of thing. Once a congressman, always a congressman. He's a right wing congressman from a red district in fucking Florida. One of the assholes of America. America has many assholes, all right, but one of the assholes of America, Florida, and he's from the reddest state, some of the reddest districts in Florida. We're talking about him. Well, I'm from my district and my everyday man in district. I was like, I'm pretty sure your district is above the median income level for everybody else, and the way you talk about it and where you're from, that is not everyday America. That's literally right wing, way above upper middle class to rich. Talking about this shit. What are you talking about? That's what Joe Scarborough is. He's not a journalist. He's not a reporter. He's literally just, and the only reason why he gets any kind of sources is because he is a former congressman and these people are his friends. That's the only reason. It's fucking ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Anyway, look, you are literally the first person, I believe, that we've had on the show that is not in America during all this stuff. So I really got to ask. It would just be a terrible of me, a terrible show to ask. How is this looking from the outside looking in? We're not, as Americans, we're not usually in that position of everybody looking at us going, it's usually us going, you see what's happening over there? Oh, fucking savages. What is this like looking at it from somewhere else, and especially somewhere that's so close, looking into the America going, what the fuck is going on with those fucking Yankees over there? How is that?
Yeah, man, I think from my perspective, speaking to my family, obviously being a black male here in Canada, racism still exists. So I do see a lot of people here who are cool with Trump and are really not seeing it as a big deal. Oh, he's not going to create a World War III, and it's not that big of a deal. And Trudeau won't let him, sort of step on his body and sort of determine, I should say, what will be the future of Canada. But yeah, there's definitely some people who look at that way. But then there's also the liberals here too who see America as sort of like a melting pot of racism, and that we don't really want to visit you guys as much as we used to. We don't want to sort of invest because we feel like anything could be taken away and anything could be changed. There's a lot of Muslims here. So shout out to them. They don't feel comfortable, going up to Plattsburgh, New York, and feeling like, can I get back? If I want to come back home, can I get back home? So that's definitely, there's a yin and yang here for sure. But overall, I would say Canada definitely feels definitely a little starstruck at how we got here. But at the same time, we also kind of internally reflect and go, hey, you know what? We're lucky to have free healthcare. We're lucky to be able to travel where we want, within our country and not feel like, that much more discriminated against as if we were in the United States and we are black and we're driving down, the California highway and we get stopped by the police. We don't have those sort of fears in our minds. So we definitely feel better that we're up here up north for sure.
So because you said there are definitely some people who don't see Trump as as a threat, and they're actually he's doing the right thing, security and stuff. I gotta ask, it would be so awkward. Are any of them wearing like "Make America Great Again" hats?
Oh yeah, I saw him the second night. What was it? November? Is it November 12th or November 8th?
It was November 8th or 9th. November 8th. Okay,
either 8th
or
November
9th.
9th. Perfect. So I walked into our equivalent of Dunkin' Donuts here. I was going to pick up like a croissant or something like that, something simple, get some hot chocolate, whatever. And I saw a dude wearing a Make America Great Again hat. And I walked in, I saw him, he looked at me, I walked out. Because I just was so filled with, I didn't even know if I could withstand staying in that area with someone like that who would sort of make fun of and act like this shit is a joke. So yeah, there are people who definitely have that racist mentality, even before this guy, Agent Orange or whatever you want to call him. I try not to say his last name for the most part, but yeah, there's a lot of people here who feel like, he's another white man who's gonna lead us to the promised land and make America great again and make trade great again and make China pay for this and Mexico pay for that and da 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 da. So yeah, there's a lot of racism here for sure that goes undetected because I think a lot of Americans, I think you guys might not sort of see it because Canada's known as, we play hockey and we drink maple syrup and we hang out with beavers and all that kind of shit.
Mounties.
Which is true. Cause
a lot of Mounties and moose. So it's like
Mountie police, absolutely, with those big ass hats looking all stern with the, red get up, all that stuff for sure. But at the same time.
And Drake. Like that's the other thing too we know about Canada. So like.
Well, I mean, I don't claim him, but
I know.
Story.
Yeah, but just
I definitely don't. I'm all Kendrick Lamar. My girl's gonna hear this and she's gonna say, "Oh, he said it again. Kendrick's my guy." I'm gonna just put it out there. That's my guy. So the Drake thing, no, I don't mess with that. But going back to Canada, yeah, Canada definitely has a lot of institutional racism here that's been in existence from a long time. For example, myself, I'm a Black Canadian. I'm 7th generation here, so a lot of people feel like, hey, like, you're from Canada. How is that possible? You're Black. Okay, where are you really from? Da, 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 da. That's usually the kind of question I get. And, yeah, we are a product of Underground Railroad, Harriet Tubman coming here, and our ancestors coming to try to find a little bit of a better situation, some more freedom. So we came up here in, like, the 1700s, and, we're still here to this day. So racism definitely has not gone anywhere. They destroyed our neighborhoods. They've created desolate situations, underprivileged situations for Black and brown people all across this country. So it's not to the level of you guys, no doubt about it, obviously, but it's still something that's it's in our DNA just like it is over there. For sure.
Well, like again, I'm not completely up on this, and but I was seeing the news that Trudeau's getting some heat right now from Indigenous people in Canada of things going on there. So, but that's an interesting thing I always find about. Particularly about Black Americans here. Like, we always, and I guess because, when you're living in a system that is systemically, set up against you, everything, the grass always looks greener on the other side. So I always see people saying that, it was a lot of that, people who could say, they were like, if I could, I'd leave this country, I'm getting out and going where? And I would always ask, like, where are you going? Like, unless you have family somewhere else, and even then, Like, it doesn't mean that the racism just stops because your family's from there. But it's like, where are you going? Like, there's racism everywhere you go, and there's anti-blackness in particular everywhere you go around the world. So where are you going to live and not have to deal with that? Like, it's everywhere. So, you know, the cutting and running thing has never been one of the things that, I mean, to me, visiting other places is great. Love going overseas. You know, we talked about it when we went to Iceland last year. It was great. You know, we didn't really at that time we didn't experience any racism, but we know it exists. We know it's there. But yeah, it's always it's always interesting hearing from people who actually are living these other places. Going, yeah, I mean, it's not like, you know, end of times, but like, you know, you're not outrunning racism, right? Like, it's still here. There's still going to be people that look at your black ass and go, "Oh, fuck you." You know, it's just so I guess it's a matter of levels and what it is, and I think also to some people it's, you know, thinking that they can go somewhere else, and I think it's a class thing too. It's like, maybe I go somewhere else and I can make, you know, a better life for myself, and somehow, you know, if I make more money in another country, I'll be viewed at differently. But we also know that doesn't necessarily mean the same thing either. I mean, like, there's all those stories a few years ago about, you know, Oprah. Remember when Oprah went to, like, was it France? And like, it was like some, at that store, like, right? Yeah, it was at that store. Some race shit happened with her. It's like, that's fucking Oprah. Like, look, that ended any idea of me living anywhere else in this world. When Oprah can't go overseas and not deal with racism, oh, fuck it, what hope do I have? That's fucking Oprah.
Exactly.
That's Oprah.
Well, I mean, all you gotta do is listen to Kanye West. He said in that song with Mary J. Blige that he stopped letting racism affect his life a long time ago. So all you gotta do is just stop, you know, realize that racism is just a, you know, something in your mind, like a Ben Carson would say, and just get over it. You'll be all right.
Look, I've been listening to a lot of Last Podcast on the Left, and I've been listening to their because
those guys are crazy.
Yeah, those guys are crazy. But I've been listening. It's a way for me to literally, no pun intended, kill time as I'm driving to work. Yes. My commute's like an hour and a half. So it's my way to get through. So I've been listening to a lot about serial killers, but I'm listening to their L. Ron Hubbard one right now, and so the whole the racism's all in your mind thing. It's like, oh my god, somebody's listening to reading fucking Dianetics, yo, what the fuck, man? I mean, my mind immediately went to that shit. It's like, see, this is what's wrong with celebrities now. Like, you guys are so susceptible to this bullshit. Oh yeah, listen to those guys. It might not be good. I told my girlfriend I would listen to that, and so she was like, "Oh yeah, I listen to it too." And I'm trying to finish I'm waiting till the last part of because they do these little things in parts. So I can't remember. I think are they doing Timothy McVeigh right now? So she's like waiting for the third part of the Timothy McVeigh one, was the current one. Yes. And I was like, "Yo, I'm not." So good. Yeah, I'm not on the current one. I'm going to the backlog. And I was like, I just finished up the Jack the Ripper one, right? But she had moved on to the conversation of something else. So all she saw was, I'm listening to Jack the Ripper right now. And she goes, "Is there something you want to tell me?" And I realized, I was like, yeah, I did really just listen to almost 6-7 hours about the most brutal serial killer, you know, famous serial killer we know, man. Like, it's just kind of a problem there. Might need to slow it down a little bit and push back on that one. So,
hey, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Phenom, because Phenom from Where's My 40 Acres is my dog. He put me on to the Last Podcast on the Left years and years ago. He was like, "Yo, I heard this podcast," and he was just talking about it, and I was like, let me check it out. And I think I've listened to maybe 80-85% of all their output. Those guys are, I mean, they just come up with so much material, and Henry is just off the wall, and his impersonations, and it's just a really, like you said, it's a really good way to kind of distract yourself from the bullshit. But I must say one thing I envy of our fellow Americans is, like, we don't have large concentration of black people here. Yeah, there are certain little cities that'll have, you know, more black people, of course, but as you know, with that comes, okay, that's an underprivileged area, et cetera, et cetera. So for me, I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of relate to a lot of people here because I don't really have that many black people in my neighborhood where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of times on Twitter's been great for me because I've been able to connect with people like yourself and Rod and Phenom and whomever. This whole, you know, industry of Twitter has really been a great way to kind of connect with my fellow black brothers and sisters, because for me, I don't have that many people here that I can relate to. Whereas with you know, on Twitter, I I can engage with you guys in a way that I really can't here. So that's been a big bonus for me.
You know what? I think it's a bonus even here in America. I mean, we do have those concentrations of people, but I think that Twitter and just social media in general has allowed us, because like I said, a lot of the podcasts and networks you hear and people you hear us talk about and talk with, we haven't met ever. You know, like I said, like when we did NegroCon, it was literally the first time a lot of us are meeting in person for the first time, particularly on the MTR network even, you know, so it's, or like second time meeting. So, it's all because of social media, and it really is helping us. Again, the most innovative people on the planet are black people, and and the most resilient people are black people. I'm sorry, and it's not me trying to down other race or anything like that. It's just that after being put through so much and given so little, we find ways of building that community no matter what, and we're always things that, like, we are the trendsetters on everything. Like, social media wouldn't be what it is right now if it's not for black people. It just wouldn't. And we've built these communities, you know, black Twitter has become its own entity of a thing. And honestly, without black Twitter, I honestly don't think Twitter would be as successful as it is today. Which is shitty because when you see how they treat us, same thing with Facebook. And Justin from 3/5 Podcast wrote a really nice post on like the audacity and ridiculousness of the algorithm Facebook uses to ban and block people, which spoiler alert is basically to protect white men.
100%. And Justin's great, man.
Right. And it was just like, but I mean, through all that, when we build these bonds and these relationships, and you have, you know, thousands of miles separating people, and they're still able to get together and host shows. Like I said, you know, when Shannon and the doctor get together, I mean, anytime they do a podcast, it's literally 2,000 plus miles separating the both of them as they do a podcast, because one's on the West Coast, one's on the East Coast, and they do it. And so, and we've built bonds and fans and friendships and communities off of that stuff. And, you know, that's just, you know, I think that, social media and the way we use it has really been a way for us to help, you know, us get, you know, build those bonds, and I think move the community forward. I think the black community is at the forefront of a lot of these real diversity inclusion movements because of that. You know, the movements of diversity inclusion, they all center black people, black women in particular, because of social media, and because so many of it's given a voice to black women that allows us to kind of go back and be like, oh, okay, you know, maybe, you know, we need to start listening to them more, you know, and it's spawned an education campaign, and people are learning, and it's been slow progress, but it's progress nonetheless. And it's all thanks to social media, because without that, you know, the black women would be saying the same thing they're saying now, but they'd be doing it to the blockhead dudes who, you know, it's strength in numbers. You know, the more black women say the same thing, the more their voices are amplified, the better, to tell you the truth, the world is. So, yeah.
100%. And I must say, like I said, my girl, obviously, she's going to listen to this at some point. And, you know, as two black people here, we definitely, we look at Twitter, we're on Netflix all the time. We're always engaging in American culture, which is black American culture. And so I can think back to a lot of podcasts where I heard, you know, Karen, you know, have one of her moments where she just kind of lets it all out. And it's so inspiring to me. It really touches me, and it makes me understand, like you said, that we do need to listen to black women, man. I've seen your growth too, Kriss, like I said, straight up from like 2008, from like when the election happened. And I remember you said it's a wrap, and you and Rice were just like ecstatic, and everyone remembers where they were in November 2008 to now. Like, our growth as black men, we have to do more. We realize how much we have to do to, you know, impact our young, you know, cousins and nephews and everyone else who we need to understand that they need to respect black women every single time, no matter what. And that's important, because a lot of our culture doesn't really speak to that. It kind of does the exact opposite. So,
well, you know,
Black Twitter has been huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And I forgot to mention, it's always great when you remind me that you are one of the long-standing followers and supporters of back when we were just the InsanityReport.com, and we had the Insanity Check, and we literally had what I would consider one of the worst shows ever. It was just us and two mics going through in my basement. And yeah, listen, so I appreciate the idea of sticking with it, especially through all those terrible times. We not just sound quality, just in views as well. There's been a lot of growth since then. So to hear people that are like, I met somebody else who was like, oh yeah, no, I've been following you since like, I think you went back to like 2010. I was like, oh, I still wasn't that good then. I was just, I had some views back then. I had some
room to grow for sure. And back in 2008, again, I can't stress enough when you mentioned it's a wrap. I'll never forget how impactful that was. And maybe you were in your basement and it wasn't, the 20,000 followers that you probably have now and the amount of growth that you and Rod and Phenom and everyone has done. But yeah, it's those little steps along the way have made an impact on people across the world, as you know now, because we were with you at that time and we can see how you wanted to grow and how you listened. You listened to black women. I listened to black women. I use my lady every day as an example of a black woman who can teach me more than I can ever know from anyone else. So it's been great.
And for people who don't because I do remember that. I actually do remember what was happening that day. So for those who remember, we did a live show the night of the November election in 2008, like when Barack Obama was going up against John McCain. We had been doing our lead up to the stuff. So we did a live show. We weren't in my basement. We were in Rice's house. We're at Rice at the time was the host. We had the one laptop out. And we might have had two mics then, but I'm pretty sure we're still one mic. Set up in our living room. We're watching the election live. I can't remember if we were doing a live show or if we were just doing it, recording it. I was going to put it up the next day. Either way, we're watching the election results come in as we're recording. We're doing the show, and I think what it was is I think he got Virginia, and that's when I was like, "Yo, it's a wrap. Like it's done. Like he's won. He's got Virginia. He's got these states. There's no way that McCain's going to win. Like it's a wrap. It's done." And I think we ended the show early, and that's when. So we ended the show early, and then we went down to U Street and to see because everybody's just partying at this point. Like at this point, of course, everybody's partying. It got super super black. We're down off of Florida Avenue, and then we go down there. Like we're just going around. Like people at this point, this is the first time I've ever seen this too. People are wilding out. Like there were people ghost riding their whip down like Florida Avenue, right? And like there were people climbing up the trees and climbing up the signposts and stuff, right? Just acting wild. And I'm like, damn, what are the police doing? Yo, no lie, there's a police officer standing on the side of the road, just looking and going, fuck it, got it. Like it was that like it was a moment when like this is and this is why it's such a stark contrast 8 years later when you get Trump. Like the reaction to America when and we know like some of the white people they had the wrong intentions, the wrong idea about what it was to vote for the first black president. But at that point, you could see a moment of joy in everybody. At that point, absolutely. And I do believe, and it probably won't happen. I'm making the prediction now. Probably won't happen in 4 years. But I think after 8 years of Republicans fucking up, that's going to happen again because people are going to realize how fucking stupid they were to protest vote or to not vote at all or to say, well, it doesn't matter. Both sides are the same. Like people are going to realize how stupid that is and go because again, it was this. Unfortunately, things go in cycles and people didn't realize that's what happened with Bush. That it was, oh, well, both sides are the same and oh, well, we're going to do this and I'm going to protest it. I'm going to vote for Ross Perot because that's going to be funny. Like, and it wasn't funny. What you got was way fucking worse. And so we go through these cycles because again, America's education system is trash, and that is the foundation of this country and why the country has gotten so bad because we've eroded the education system in here. So what happens 100%. Is, 8 years from now, the people who were all revolutionary are going to realize that sometimes you got to make compromises, and they're going to vote smartly, and they're going to do that. Then what's going to happen? You're going to get the new generation of people who aren't going to have the education background there, who are going to come in. Their first president is going to be whoever the next Democratic president is going to be, and they're going to say, we want more. Instead of saying to build on that and push it, they're going to want to shut everything down and start all over again, and not realizing that we have tried that before. And what that leads to is 8 years of terrible Republican moral debunk the fuckery. Like they don't understand that. And like there were so many of these younger people we were trying to explain that to. It was like, listen, dude, I was in your position. I understand what you're going through. I understand what you're thinking. But that's not how it's going to work. Like, it's not going to be this magical revolution of, oh, well, we're going to get Trump and then magically everybody will wake up and we'll just move on and we'll become a progressive nation overnight. Like, that's not what's going to happen. The progressive nation of America that people want, they want to happen in their lifetime. And I don't think they realize that you need to start now, and you're fighting. If you're alive now and you're old enough to vote, you're not fighting to see the progressive America you want to see in your lifetime. You're fighting for your kids' lifetime. That's what, exactly. and that is a part that so many of these radical revolutionaries don't understand. They don't want to understand that this is a long game and that you are not going to live to see this. And that is fine as long as we're making progress going forward. That is the sacrifice you have to make. That is the sacrifice technically we're all making. We unfortunately are not going to see that because unless 38% of this country just dies like tomorrow and it's the bad 38%, it's not going to happen. Because the other thing too you got to realize is there's still another 12% that aren't the deplorables, but they're okay with the deplorables if they can kind of get what they want sometimes.
Exactly.
Yep. And so it's like we don't understand that like there's too many people here. This is not like if this was just one state, I can see that. But like as a whole, people are terrible. And nobody explains that more than America. Like the people here are fucking terrible. And we have generations of terrible on top of generations of terrible. And it's not changing anytime. Like it is a generational thing. And it's a lack of empathy. Like we talk about racism, but there's just a lack of empathy that permeates through generations of Americans. And until you fix that, nothing's going to happen. And that takes time. And that takes generations to undo. And like, again, like I get this idea of we need it now. We need to do it. I totally get it. But unfortunately, I just can't believe in it because I don't believe in people enough.
Honestly, me neither, dog. And you know what? It's the audacity of hope. Shout out to Barack because, his book, I read it. It was incredible. Barack is just a beacon of hope, man. The guy just, he was here on June 6th. He came to Montreal, man. He came and did a speech. And, you want to talk about a rock star, man. This guy, I was able to get tickets for my parents, and they sold out in, 4 minutes? Yeah. And there were only 6,000 tickets, and he sold that shit out so quick. People were scalping them on StubHub for I think like $6,000.
Oh god,
crazy! I'm serious. And they went. And honestly, my mother doesn't like to fly. My pops, same thing. They're afraid of flying. They're obviously watching the news now. They don't want to go to the States no more. No offense to you guys, but they're just not feeling it right now.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
Exactly. So when they went to this thing, man, I'm telling you. Like, this was better than any vacation. This is better than any lottery win. Because for them to kind of see him face to face, obviously they weren't, super close to him or whatever, but they got a chance to be in the same room as him and kind of just feel his energy and feel everyone else's energy. And, us as Canadians, we're sitting here listening to Barack speak so not just eloquently, but just speaking, like you said, full sentences.
And deliberately. He's deliberate in every, and that's something that we didn't appreciate back then. Like there would be times when there would be a police shooting of black people here, and other black people on Twitter would be like, well, no, he's trying to be too careful with his words. I'm like, cause he has to be. Like we're now seeing what it's like to have somebody who doesn't speak deliberately, and it's a disaster.
Absolutely, man. And that audacity of hope, man. When she came home, my mom, she was like, look, you know what? I know this shit is fucked up, but I still, like, after tonight, I'm not so much reinvigorated, but I feel like, you know what? Maybe there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, because after all, since November, everyone's completely just desolate in their expectations of what the fuck's going to go on down south and really across the world, because obviously whatever affects you guys is going to affect the entire world. And we're North America, we're your neighbors. Like we have, I believe a great relationship, and we go back and forth, and we have that sort of relationship.
It's debatable now, but okay.
Well, yeah, but we don't want that to end because of this fucking jackass, this fucking clown. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that to just whisker away just because he decides to put his dick on the table And, shout out all these Putin guys and all these guys who literally are trying to destroy the world, as in, like, not in the James Bond sense, but in a real sense. They're trying to really fuck this shit up and blow up this entire world. And he will be complicit in that. And obviously the Americans who voted for him, hey, man, you got what you wanted. Don't fucking complain about this shit, Mika, Joe. Don't complain about this shit now just because all of a sudden it's affecting you personally. Don't do that shit where you all of a sudden in general you're like, oh, well, it's okay, it's fine. And then all of a sudden something literally affects you one-on-one. Now it's, oh, okay, you went too far. Don't play me that shit. That's crazy.
I find it two things in a story I want to move on to. One, I always find it interesting the people that want to blow up the world always assume that they're not going to be living on the world and then it blows up. It's like, you do realize, we're going to tear down this system and build another one. I'm like, you do realize a new system we built on your bones, right? Like, you are not going to survive this. So you do realize that, right? Like, you need to understand that what you're proposing is a suicide mission and you are not living through this. Like, you will die. Like, it's not going to work. Like, they're always that person that, like, there's that person who, I've been reading the new Darth Vader because I'm doing a comic book club after this. Not the new one, nice. the last one that Karen Gillan run. I was rereading it today, and it reminds me of that one moment near the end. Dr. Alfrey, she goes to the Emperor to try to snitch on Vader, and the Emperor's like, "So you're telling me that Vader did all this stuff behind my back?" He looks at Vader, and goes, "Well, maybe you do have what it takes." And she goes, "What?" I'm like, yeah, you don't go. Yeah, you're over here snitching for the person, thinking that it's going to help you, but in the end, you're going to get stabbed in the back. Like, that's not how that fucking works. Like, come on. And then two, can I just say, because it makes a lot of people mad. I've been seeing a lot of articles from left and right people on this one. I love the fact that all of the Obamas, particularly President Obama, I still call him president, and the other dude Trump.
Hell yeah, that's my president. I don't even live there. That's my president
right.
all day.
I love the fact that President Obama is literally doing one of those things that celebrity women do when they break up with their celebrity husband who was cheating on them with hookers or something like that. And they're going to award shows looking stunning. They have a glow about them, and they're literally like right now Obama's like where Carmelo's trying to. Yeah, Carmelo's over here texting birthday messages to her on Instagram like, "Oh, look at this beautiful lady, the love of my life." And you just want her back. She's not coming back. And that's what Obama's doing. It's like Obama's out here glowing. He's doing all these expensive trips. He's living his life. Like, I saw some people. Apparently, Fox News was like, some people are upset because Obama's living the life of the rich and famous. I'm like, well, he is rich and he is fucking famous. So you put the two together, that's Obama. So yeah. That's what he's doing, guys. He's all over the place. Yeah, he's all over the place, meeting different leaders and things like that, and literally being like this is a one time I'll agree with fucking. He's literally being a shadow government. Like, we just need to send what Republicans need to do is secretly go and talk to Obama, beg him to do this, but literally send in Obama after Trump comes out of our place. Like, so Trump goes to Germany. And then send Obama into Germany after Trump leaves to smooth things over. Like that's what you need to fucking do, because that's the only way this is gonna fucking work. Because that's what I've been seeing right now. Trump does an overseas trip and it goes to disaster. Then Obama goes somewhere and everybody's like, oh, look at Obama. Like, Obama met Merkel in Germany, and they, like you said, it was literally like a rock. It's a goddamn rock campaign. Yeah,
that crowd was bigger. It looked like an inauguration, dog. It was crazy.
It was like Angela Merkel literally met with Obama on some. Yeah, I need to wash Trump, the stint of Trump off of me, and let me meet with Obama and literally have a rock star campaign and a rock star moment with Obama. Like, it is fucking hilarious to me, and I'm all for that. I'm all for sending the shadow government of Obama over to different places to smooth things over. It's like, yeah, look, just stick with us for 4 to 8 years, and then we promise everything will be fine. We'll get out of this. Just I know he has small hands. He's disgusting. He's fucking afraid of stairs. I know. I get it. Like, he needed to hold hands with Theresa May because he's afraid of fucking stairs.
Man, fuck that nigga, man. I can't stand that guy.
The leader of the free world is afraid of fucking stairs. And he has small hands. Anyway, all right. Let's move on. This episode is sponsored by the good folks over at tweakedaudio.com. Tweaked Audio has been a great partner to the MTR network over the years, and they have a great product. If you're listening to this show, then clearly you use headphones. Unless you're one of those assholes on public transportation blasting music over a speakerphone. Don't be that person. Pick up a pair of earbuds or headphones from Tweaked Audio. They have over-the-ear headphones as well as various types of earbuds in different colors. And now, they have a great pair of affordable Bluetooth earbuds that are perfect for working out and listening to us, your favorite podcast. At checkout, put the code REVIEWS in to get 30% off, free shipping, and free lifetime warranty. So check out tweakedaudio.com. Help yourself with a new pair of headphones and help us out as well. Now, back to the show. All right, I got some more stuff because this kind of talking some racism stuff here. A great thing this last week. I guess it's technically last week. I got to see Spider-Man: Homecoming. Comes out next week. It's a great movie. Go see it. It's great, but and it's a really diverse movie. I mean, there's a lot. Like, you know, I know some people were complaining about, you know, they didn't go with Miles Morales and, you know, Peter's white and things like that. Listen, everybody else in the fucking movie is black and brown. Like, literally everybody else. Like, there are so many black and brown people in this fucking movie, and there are some really super woke moments between black characters in this film that are amazing. Like, they're just great. But so the Spider-Man: Homecoming premiere was this week, and I think it was in L.A. They did it L.A. They did a little L.A. red carpet for it, like they normally do. Hannibal Burress is in the film. He plays a coach in the school. So here's the story. Hannibal Burress paid a double, and doubles in quotes because the guy looks nothing like him, $500 to go to the Spider-Man: Homecoming premiere as him, and it actually worked. And this guy looks. Wow. You know, let me see if have you seen this?
No.
Let me see if I can put because I can share my screen. Let me see if I can open this up and share this with you. Because like you need to actually look at the picture. Because the first thing you need to realize is
I just saw it.
You saw it. They look nothing alike. All right, I just want to like the only thing that they have in common is they're both they're black, and I think Hannibal Burress is bald too. But that is literally.
I think he got a Caesar. I think Hannibal got a really low cut, like Kobe like Caesar.
Yeah, and this guy is
bald.
Bald.
Like me,
yeah,
he got these shades on, looking like Ralph Tresvant and shit.
Yeah.
God damn, man, they don't look so.
So Hannibal Burress plays Coach Wilson in Spider-Man: Homecoming. So naturally, he's requested to attend the film's LA premiere on Wednesday, but came up with an ingenious method of ducking out of it. LA, I need a look-alike with a solid comedic timing for an event tonight. Pays $500. Email pics to Hannibal lookalike3@gmail.com. Yes, Hannibal lookalike 1 and Hannibal lookalike 2 were already taken. I think it's weird. So he did this on Twitter. And this guy, I think his name is Joe Carroll, responded. All right. And he looks, if you look at his Instagram pictures, he looks nothing like Hannibal Burress at all. Like it just is so far out there. And again, it's not even like they didn't like announce this. Like he's on Instagram saying when Hannibal Burress hits you up and tells you to crash the red carpet, since you couldn't make it, you crashed the damn red carpet. And then so Hannibal Burress tweets out, "I'm here at the Spider-Man movie premiere in theaters July 8th." And it's a picture of Joe Carroll with somebody interviewing him as Hannibal Burress.
I just saw this. No, she has no idea.
No, she has no idea. Oh, let me see this. Let me see if I can. And so the thing about it is, I'm not sure if the person, the media person is in on this joke. I'm gonna go with they're not, because I have seen this has happened before. White media people, they literally do that whole thing where, you're black, he's black, you're the same person. This happened to fucking Lawrence Fishburne and Samuel L. Jackson. It's like, who look again, nothing alike. So here we go. I'm gonna play you some of this. I haven't even see this myself. Let me see. This will play. Here. Come on, play. Why are you guys being difficult now?
But I'm I'm here with Hannibal Burress. So tell me, what is it like to be part of such an incredibly huge universe like this?
You know, it was a great opportunity. Had a lot of fun. Spider-Man's huge. You know, we grow up watching Spider-Man. So to play Coach Wilson, working with the cast, this was a great time. I had a blast, and, you know, I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world.
Did you have a particular
gym
coach that you gym teacher that you modeled him after?
Center, with massive markdowns and
in high school, I had a really tough coach. I wasn't a big fan of physical education. You know, it took me a long time just to...
He looks nothing like him. He doesn't sound like him. Nothing about him says Hannibal Burress.
So
and again, I don't know if the person who's interviewing him realizes that, but she's white. All right, and
she got no clue.
Like, I wish I was on the red carpet and this had been pulled off, because I would have done this. I would have done the same. I would have interviewed him like he was Hannibal Burress. Then I would have been like, "Hey, so man, look, how many of these white people think you're still Hannibal Burress?" Like, I would have asked him at the end. I'm like, look, how many of these white people have been interviewing you and really think you're Hannibal Burress? Like, really? But no bullshit. We've seen this before. Like Phenom and I remember. Phenom probably remember exactly what happened, but we were at a con at one point, and he came back and told me this happened because the photographers most of the photographers are rude as shit, all right? And Phenom's always on the line taking pictures. And so somebody yelled out the name of one of the actresses, but that wasn't her name. And she snapped at him, and I'm just like,
oh, shoot.
You guys are terrible.
Was she black? Was it a black actress?
I can't remember if it was or not.
Oh,
I can't.
Shit.
And the thing about it is, like, this isn't like, what is it? Like, there's, Dallas Bryce Howard and, who's the other one that they kind of look alike? I can't, losing my mind right now. There's the other one. It's not even like these are people that look alike. These are people that look nothing like each other. And I'm looking at this thing and I'm just like, come on. And it goes back to, you know, a larger issue of the racism that happens in Hollywood, where they literally expect there to be only one black person. You know, it's like,
Jenna Bush asked Pharrell how was it like to work at for Hidden Fences. Yeah, that shit was great. And Pharrell's the best part for me was Pharrell's reaction. And unfortunately, we don't have like a longer clip. I only saw like I think it was like 10 seconds. And Pharrell is just kind of just like, nigga, are you serious? Like he just kind of looks into the camera like, oh no,
right?
Real? And she has no idea. Oh, it's terrible, dog. Yeah, Hollywood's the worst.
Yo, I mean, they're the worst, and they do this repeatedly. And it's not just this; it's also the idea that there's only one black person. So it's like there's that, and I'm glad to see them breaking out of that. And here's the thing: because the racism is systemic, it spills into us as black people as well, and we don't realize. Like Black Panther, right? I'm so happy and so glad that they picked Chadwick Boseman. Right. I mean, I remember when Rod, said he would really be Chadwick Boseman, and we would talk back, not even argue. We were just saying who we would pick, and we would pick like these actors, these young actors that weren't really getting a lot of roles at that time. You would see them here and there. Like at one point, my pick was Chiwetel, and I was excited when he got picked up for Doctor Strange. I was like, yo, you got to put him in. Like this guy, he should be getting he should be getting more work. Like, I don't understand how he doesn't get more work. Because, like, I mean, even before 12 Years a Slave, it's like dude would be acting his ass off. But it's just, there's all these younger black actors, male actors and women and black women who just get overlooked, or they do some small things there, here and there. But it always seemed like for a while there's only room for like one black actor. So for the longest time, whenever you mentioned Black Panther, people would go, oh, you got to get Michael Jai White. And I was like, no, you really don't. Oh, Wesley Snipes. I'm like, do you guys only know 2 or 3 black people in Hollywood? Like, there's more than just that. But the
answer is yes.
Well, and the reason for that was because for the longest time, that's all Hollywood promote. Like, there are all these other black. I mean, think about like I think there's this news now that Mahershala Ali is going to be on I think the third season of True Detective. He might be the lead apparently. Think about how long he's been in he's been in the industry. Like, I forgot he was in Predators. When we did our Predators nostalgia review, I completely forgot he was in Predators. Like, all these actors you see now, they have been around for the longest time. Like I remember when we used to talk all the time about Michael B. Jordan because some of us had watched Chronicle and we were like, yo, Michael B. Jordan needs to be in a superhero film. Like he was really, really great in Chronicle. And then when he started getting picked up, people were like, who the fuck is Michael B. Jordan? And then like it's like, no, he's really, really fucking good. Like did you see Chronicle? Like he steals the show in Chronicle. Like Chronicle by far is also just a great movie, but he steals the show for his parts in that film. He's just his charisma, the way he does things. It's like he's just so good at it. Like you can't help but like his character in that film. And I'm like, there's so many of these actors out here, but they don't get shots. You know, they don't.
Nope.
And it's weird.
Shame.
Yeah, and it's a racism because white actors don't go through that. Like,
nope.
When Cabin in the Woods, great movie, love that movie. But if you really want to like watch Cabin in the Woods, watch it with the director's commentary on it. At one point, because Chris Hemsworth is in this movie, and that movie came out in the same year. I think it came out the same year that Avengers did, so it came out in 2012. In that director's commentary, and they had shot that movie before. I think they shot that movie in like 2009, 2010. So, and I think it was 2000. It had to be 2009 because they're talking about Chris Hemsworth in the movie, and they're going, "Yeah, at that point, I saw him, and I was like, yo, he's gonna be Captain America." And they were like, he had gone out to do to actually again because they're doing the commentary here, and they're making jokes about the fact that the movie is coming out later than when they shot it because they're like, oh man, that guy's gonna be Captain America, knowing that he ended up getting Thor later on. But they talk about how they saw him and they knew that he would be good in one of those roles, and that's what you see. You see directors who see a young white actor and go, oh yeah, he's going to be great in this stuff. We need to get him more roles. And you see how they get moved to the ladder, and that's not there for a lot of black actors. I mean, that's why, and again, I have my problems with Tyler Perry, but it's also why I've learned to kind of lay off the Tyler Perry critiques because for a lot of black actors out there, he was the only one giving them shots. And while I don't respect his work, I can respect that. I can respect that aspect of him. And I think that, that was needed for so many things. And honestly, I wish he would do more of that and less actually making things because he's terrible at actually making films. Like, his films are fucking trash.
He just got casted for something recently, didn't he?
He's terrible at acting, too. Good God, he's a terrible actor.
Oh, man, that Ninja Turtles thing was pretty good.
Oh, what was it, though? It was, what was the movie he did when he was actually the lead detective in it? Oh, my God, he had gotten fat. What it was something? Oh God, yes, I gotta look it up now.
Alex Cross.
Yeah, there we go. Alex Cross. Good God, it was terrible. Like I think that's when they really
see it, but
don't.
I saw the. I'm looking at the cover now. It's crazy.
It was terrible.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But Tyler. Hey man, Tyler. Like I said, all said and done. Even though I'm not I don't really watch his movies like that. My mother likes his movies, and my cousins and all that. But for what he does for us,
yeah.
I'm always rock with him because he gives people opportunities, like I said. And like you said, oftentimes we don't get opportunities like that, or we get shunned, or we get one chance to be the one stereotypical guy. And Tyler gives, he has that big ass studio, which I think it's in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And Tyler does big things, and he makes sure that he puts on for us, and I really appreciate that for sure.
Yeah. And like I said, when you see what's happening with Black Panther, you can see how a black network of creatives goes a long way. They first went to Ava. She turned it down. She didn't want to do it. But then, Feige and them, again, still in Disney, she got to do A Wrinkle in Time instead. Like, I remember a lot of times when she turned it down, people got mad. And I'm like, no. You got to understand that right after their meeting happened and it didn't work out, she thanked Kevin Feige. Feige followed her on Twitter. They were working back and forth, and he was still promoting things of hers. I'm like, something's going to happen with Ava. She's still going to do something in there, whether it's a Marvel movie. And I still think at some point she will do a Marvel movie. But she got A Wrinkle in Time, and I'm like, well, there you go, still in the Disney family. There you guys have it. But then she's really close with Ryan Coogler. And then that's how Ryan Coogler got it. Then Ryan Coogler brings in all the people from Creed. So then you get not just Michael B. Jordan. So once Coogler got in, I was like, once Coogler got in And then I think it was Tessa Thompson got cast next because she got cast for Thor. And I was like, okay, that's Coogler saying, I know a black woman you can get who's really, really good. Tessa Thompson. Then I was like, well, it's going to be kind of hard because he just did Fantastic Four, but I'm betting they're going to get Michael B. Jordan some kind of way into the... Oh, okay, yeah, they just cast Michael B. Jordan. Like, you just see how it weaves around, and they bring all these people with them. And when you see the people working behind the camera, and just the entire production of Black Panther, all these people are being brought in on a huge film. That's going to be huge for their careers. Then those people bring in people, and then those people bring in people. It's like there's all these things that can happen, and it's a big thing, and it shouldn't. It's weird. It shouldn't be that way. But think about it. Marshall Ali has had a huge career, but it wasn't until Luke Cage that people go, "Oh wait, this guy, it's kind of good." And then it's like, yeah, he's been doing this shit fucking forever. Like he's been in a lot of stuff. He's been good. It just hit me when we did our Spider-Man review that one of the black kids in the film is from Beasts of No Nation. He's the kid from that movie.
Oh,
from Netflix. Yes, he's
wow.
He's
incredible, that kid, man.
Because I kept watching the film going, yo, I know this is a black kid from somewhere. Who the fuck is this kid? Wow. So when I saw him in the credit, I went and looked at him. I was like, oh my God, it's that kid. He's from there. So it's like you're getting like it's an incredible thing. The guy, he's not black, but I can't remember his name, but he's from Dope. Yeah, the kid that played one of the guys in Dope is in this film. Nice. Yeah, it's good to see this happen. Yeah, man, it's just we need that, and you see it happen with white people all the time, and the ability to get the chances and to get the opportunities that honestly black people don't get. Black people get one and done chances, and if it's not for somebody else, you and even if you get that, even if you get the chance, sometimes you're forgotten about. So it's just like it's just interesting to me. Like, how many times does Johnny Depp have to flop in a fucking movie before and beat a woman before people stop taking chances on him? But yet and still, you get people out here who win Academy Awards or get nominated for things and they don't get anything. And again, this is why I shout out to Disney. Like, look, they're not perfect. They mess things up. But when Disney's been ahead of the curve on a lot of this stuff. I remember when people were complaining because Lapita wasn't getting work, and I was like, yeah, you got to understand, Disney has her locked down for like the next few years on small projects, and they're saving her up for something. I'm like, she's gonna be in Black Panther. I looked at all the films she was in. She was in Queen of Katwe. She was doing Star Wars. She did a bunch of other things. People forget she was a voice in Jungle Book. Yep. I was like, yo, no, they're saving her for something. They're keeping her busy so nobody else can pick her up until they can use her for Black Panther. And come to find out, then they announced her for Black Panther, and I was like, duh. Because how do you not have her in Black? Like, come on, it's gonna happen. Of
course.
So.
I remember when you kind of made that prediction, and I was like, man, Kriss, I hope you're right, man. Like, I really, deep down inside, obviously, we all want that to happen, but you just kind of feel like, someone's going to drop the ball, or somehow it's not going to work out in our favor. But, hey, man, the countdown is on. We got 7 months, 16 days left. So, anyone listening to this, we're not that far away from, Black excellence reappearing once again in an incredible way. Everyone's going to have their tickets, book out the entire cinema, and bring your popcorn.
Look, I was at the
D23
I was at the D23 Expo, and literally, like, it was for the Walt Disney Pictures presentation, and literally every other movie they were bringing her out, and she was all over the fucking place, and I was like, yeah, she's gonna be in Black Panther. Like, I'm sorry, but this is just, there was no other actor or actress they had that they brought that many times other than Lupita. She was all over the fucking place during that presentation. I was like, yeah, you don't make her like the face of Disney really at that point and not use her for like what's going to be the blackest movie of all time. Like you don't, you got it. And they did. I was super, I didn't know who they were going to have her as, but I was super confident that she was going to be in the film. Cause I was like, there's no way they don't have her in the film. Like, it's just, you see predictions and like you lock people down so that you can keep them in multiple contracts and do this kind of stuff and keep them doing work. And and that's literally what they did. And I was like, so all right. All right, let's move on to some more serious stuff here. I don't know if you saw this or not. I can That's right, I can share my screen. So
nice.
Real quick, I can share my screen with you so you can see this. The NRA has decided to be a bunch. Yeah, they're a bunch of assholes. Have decided to really double down on being shitty. So I'm gonna play this. This is they're doing like they have NRA TV and they run this stuff on YouTube and things like that. And this is Dana Loesch, who is a piece of shit and a racist piece of shit, but. They're trying to say that this video is not racist, but I'm just gonna play this real quick.
They use their media to assassinate real news. They use their schools to teach children that their president is another Hitler. They use their movie stars and singers and comedy shows and award shows to repeat their narrative over and over again. And then they use their ex-president to endorse the resistance, all to make them march, make them protest, make them scream racism and sexism and xenophobia and homophobia, to smash windows, burn cars, shut down interstates and airports, bully and terrorize the law-abiding, until the only option left is for the police to do their jobs and stop the madness. And when that happens, they'll use it as an excuse for their outrage. The only way we stop this, the only way we save our country and our freedom is to fight this violence of lies with the clenched fist of truth. I'm the National Rifle Association of America, and I'm...
All right, I'm going to come on and say it right now. Let's put it bluntly. The NRA is a terrorist organization. Just flat out. This is a terrorist organization. They have been a terrorist organization for the longest fucking time. And I'm going to break down why this is and going through this and stuff like that. But it's just like, this video right here is no different from the recruitment videos you see from radicalized Muslims and ISIS and things like that. This is what it is. Like, I think I have, let me see here. This is her on with Tucker Carlson trying to say that my ad is really not about inspiring violence; it's about taking the violence away. So let me play this bullshit clip right now. Oh shit! I have the sound off because I didn't want to hear Tucker Carlson's voice.
I don't blame you. I can't
stand that. This ad was uploaded online in a...
Accused of
Okay.
She's powerful. Not everybody is impressed. For her efforts on behalf of the Second Amendment, she's being accused of trying to destroy the country. Multiple publications, including Mother Jones, say that she's calling for a civil war. Over at CNN, Sally Cohn tweeted this. In an ad for the NRA, Dana Loesch accuses the left of violence of lies and calls for fighting back with the clenched fist of truth. Just wow, which is a bad thing. Black Lives Matter activist Ray McKesson was upset too, tweeting, quote, this NRA ad is an open call to violence to protect white supremacy. If I made a video like this, I'd be in jail. One of his followers, David Dennis Jr., chipped in, the use of a white woman as proxy for anti-black violence is a tale as old as America itself. Okay, Dana Loesch joins us now. Dan, thanks.
Just real quick, both of those statements are correct. And we're going to have two white people who don't understand and deny white supremacy and white privilege try to tell us why that's not true. So I just want to throw that right there, that both of those statements were fucking true as shit.
Coming on, I didn't see any racial overtones in this spot. Maybe I
wasn't. Oh, well then, Mr. White Man, I guess it didn't happen. It's okay, guys. Sorry. I got to throw this entire segment out the fucking window because you know what? White Mr. fucking Tucker Carlson said he didn't see any racial overtones in this video. So I guess it didn't really fucking happen.
And by the way, this is the same Tucker Carlson who was on with that lady Lisa Durden. And, she was like, America's a racist society. And he called her crazy and full of it. And,
she also dropped.
Same Tucker Carlson who got fired at CNN somehow. Even he was too racist for CNN, which is amazing. So, fuck that guy.
I like to remember this as the Tucker Carlson from Crossfire who got owned by Jon Stewart. when they got brought on. That's when he lost his fucking show.
He's good. Him and his little bow tie. Fuck that guy.
He's still salty about that. He won't wear bow ties anymore because of that. So I'm just saying. That Tucker Carlson. So.
You seem to be celebrating was an African-American police officer. But do you think, is there a racial subtext to this somehow?
No, there's not, Tucker. It's good to be with you. And I'm glad you're feeling better as well. No, there's no racial component in this. The reaction to this is insane, Tucker. I'm talking over video clips that show actual leftist violence, rioting, property damage, arson, physical assault, and apparently me condemning violence is what's inciting and dividing America.
What's funny
Not people like DeRay McCusson who are...
the tape is like a bunch of rich white kids setting fire to stuff. So, like, you're defending white supremacy for attacking rich white kids burning stuff? I mean, like, it's insane. Oh.
It's the goofiest thing ever. And I mean, it's incredibly clear. When I say clenched fist of truth, I mean, Tucker, and I have this here, you know, this is their logo. It was, I can't believe I have to spell it out to, I guess, people who read with pictures. The clenched fist of truth, you know, it's just wordplay. I'm talking about fighting violence with truth because truth wins out all the time. And apparently that's bad. When you show the left, and some people on the left, not everybody on the
I'm going to say, as a person who is living in Trump's America right now, that is not true, and that truth does not always win out, because literally Trump lies every fucking day, on the hour, like, he lies. So the idea that truth
don't matter, man. Facts don't matter. And Rod said this too. Rod was like, Fox News is not to be taken seriously. Like, you can't take anything seriously from Fox News. So I just look at this. I just see Tucker Carlson and him laughing at, oh, it's just a bunch of white guys just having fun. Da, 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 da. And her going, yes, Tucker, it's just, there's no racism involved. DeRay McCusson is a Black Lives Matter terrorist. And it's just all this propaganda. It's so expected. I'm not surprised. It's the NRA. Like you said, they're a terrorist organization. Unfortunately, no one will take the fucking stance and have the guts to say that shit except for black people for the most part. But when we say it, we get considered, fucking, I don't know, you're Black Panther now, right? So, I mean, it's so expected. There's not one bone in my body where I'm surprised at this. Not one.
I'm gonna keep playing this, and we're gonna go into challenging with, because they're saying basically that, and there's always like a kernel of out of context truth in what they're talking about here. And yes, there is some leftist, left wing violence every now and then. But literally look at what they're talking about. They're talking about things like burning trash in trash cans and smashing windows. So just keep that in mind.
On the left, but it's coming from the left. When you show a mirror, when you hold up a mirror and show them their reflection, they freak out. And so that's what I've been dealing with all day.
So, Senator, well, you've been dealing with a lot today. Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut wrote this: I think the NRA is telling people to shoot us. Now might be the right time to cancel your membership. I don't think he had a membership at the NRA, but what do you make of that?
No. I think that's exactly my point. In fact, I've actually received a couple of death threats today that I had to refer to law enforcement. I think that this is incredibly reckless and irresponsible of Senator Murphy to have this response. First of all, it's a lie. There was nowhere in this video, and I've invited him to come join me on my radio program and explain where in this video I called for anyone to go to violence.
Okay, hold on. Let's go play that video again. Let's just, because maybe she's right. Maybe I misunderstood what she was saying. Let's just do this again.
They use their media to assassinate real news. They use their schools to teach children that their president is another Hitler. They use their movie stars and singers and comedy shows and award shows to repeat their narrative over and over again. And then they use their ex-president to endorse the resistance.
Gotta ask, who the fuck is they, first of all? Second of all, if you're just talking about assassinating the truth, you don't use the word assassinate. And if it's just about fighting fire with fire, meaning, fighting against lies with truth, then why are you making this ad for the NRA, the National Rifle Association?
Incredible, man.
Because, again, the whole purpose of the organization is to sell guns and to protect the Second Amendment rights, which, are used to kill people. Like, and this is the problem I had with the right. Like, they always try to get too cute and think that, oh no, this wasn't a call to violence. Wait, me wearing, strapped with like 2 guns and having this assault rifle in my hands? I'm not threatening you with physical violence. I'm just exercising my Second Amendment right. Okay, sure. Okay, all right.
I'm condemning it, by the way, where I called for anyone to move towards violence to silence anyone, or where I called for anyone.
You're literally doing the left is the enemy of the state. You're calling people who ideologically disagree with you and disagree with even the president. So you brought the president into this. So you're basically saying that people who do not agree with the president of the United States, when he's literally telling lies, because again, you're trying to make this. She's trying to make this about I'm fighting his lies, but the president of the United States, Trump, literally lies every fucking day. So it's only some lies. So you're basically telling me that his lies are okay, their not lies are not okay, and they need to fall in line. If they don't, we need to rise up. But you're not calling for violence. You're not calling to arm yourselves and protect yourself against liberal left wing violence and lies.
And they know what they're doing, Chris. Like they know they're inciting their demographic to clench that gun that much harder, to protect their territory that much tougher. They know exactly what they're doing, but they're going to play, I didn't incite violence, and they're going to play the role. And that's what they do, man. Fox News, and I've seen this lady before, but I'm not surprised they're going to play.
I got a couple more videos. I got a couple more videos of her. Oh, trust me. We're going in, because I'm tired of this. I'm tired.
Let's do it.
To even pick up a firearm and enact violence. And it's reckless and irresponsible. And Senator Murphy needs to rethink his word choice here, because we just had a couple of weeks ago, due to some of this rhetoric, like we see from Senator Murphy, had a crazy leftist lunatic go out and open fire on a bunch of Republican congressional members after he double-checked to make sure they were Republican. This has to stop. And I'm not going to stop condemning violence. And it's a shame that other people, Tucker, on the left won't do the same.
Well, yeah, I mean, that maybe is the core irony here. The spot that I saw, which I think is this, we're talking about the same commercial, right? And you show video of people committing acts of political violence, and you say, if this keeps up, the police are going to have to put it down, which would be the hope, I think, of every normal person. You don't want stuff like that. You don't want...
Funny story here. There haven't actually been any violent riots or, left-wing violence like that outside of that one shooting. And months. There hasn't been. So she's literally showing videos from things. Because here's the thing. Some of those videos are probably reactions to things like, I don't know, maybe a white police officer murdering an unarmed black person. That might be where some of that violent left-wing radical racism is coming from. Funny story here. The NRA never spoke out on Philando Castile, but remember that, because I got somebody to talk about with that on that one. But
of course they didn't.
Of course they didn't do that. They don't talk about that. They didn't talk about that. Come out and talk about the knife attack that happened, where those 2 white men defended that the Muslim girl, and then the white guy killed one, I think, slashed the throat of the other one. Didn't talk about that. I have several articles here. Some other things that it's always interesting that NRA doesn't talk about and doesn't go forward with. They always come forward when the person can be said as a leftist, but oddly enough, they never show up with the idea of things like this. So here's an article that says the numbers don't lie. White far right terrorists pose a clear danger to all of us. This is a story. This is one of the things that happened not too far from where I'm living now. I'm here in Maryland. I live literally up the street from College Park. On May 20th, Richard Collins III, a black 23-year-old U.S. Army second lieutenant, was murdered while visiting the United States the University of Maryland by a member of the Facebook group called Alt-Right, the Nation. According to the University of Maryland Police Chief David Mitchell, the group promotes despicable prejudice against minorities, especially African Americans. On May 26th, 53-year-old U.S. Army veteran Rick Best and 23-year-old recent university graduate, and I'm not going to butcher that name, were murdered while 21-year-old poet Mika David Cole Fletcher was severely injured by a knife attack by a knife-wielding white supremacist when the 3 of them tried to prevent him from harassing a Muslim woman in a handkerchief on the commuter train in Portland, Oregon. What you don't see is, you'll never see the NRA come out against that. You'll never see somebody like Dana Loesch or any of these other people from the NRA come out and support this stuff. The whole thing about terrorism in this country really took off after 9/11, right? After.
Is your child below their
Is that me or
growth
you?
curve? Pediasure is clinically proven to.
Oh, okay. Sometimes I thought it might have been me playing. After 9/11, that's when everybody became concerned about radical Muslim terrorism, right? Before then, yeah, because white people did a lot of terrorist attacks. So here's a couple of things to remember. Here's one that I think a lot of people forget about. People forget about Eric Robert Rudolph, who was the Centennial Park bomber. You know, during the Atlanta when the Olympics were in 1996 and the Olympics were in Atlanta, there was a bombing there. That was by Eric Robert Rudolph, and I believe it was because he thought that this country was starting to let abortion get out of hand and letting abortion on demand happen, and so he set off 4 bombs, killed.
I remember that.
Killed 2 people, injured 100
as well.
Huh?
He was anti-gay and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Yep. The Oklahoma City bombing. Yeah. These are the ones that are always, all your, don't tread on me, motherfuckers. Yeah. They give rise to people like Timothy McVeigh. Let's see. You had the Wisconsin Sikh temple shooting. Wade Michael Page fatally shot 6 people and wounded 4 others in a mass shooting at a Sikh temple in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Page was a white American supremacist and a U.S. Army veteran. The funny thing you mentioned, you noticed about these is this guy, this one, and I think Timothy McVeigh tried to be in the Army but might have gotten out. A lot of people are former military too. It's always interesting that the white supremacists are always end up being former military. Isn't that interesting? The Charleston shooting with Dylan Roof, wasn't former military but was definitely a white supremacist. So it's things like that. You can go all the way back to things like the burning of Wall Street, the Tulsa race riots, things like that. White racism against black people. Literally, it was did $30 million in damages, estimated adjusted damages. Destroyed more than 35 blocks in the district, left 10,000 people homeless, up to 300 dead. It was considered to be one of the wealthiest black communities in the nation. Not anymore, because white mob started a race riot. It's always funny. They always say that we're starting the race riots, though, right? Isn't that?
It's always
weird thing? It's always the black people that starting the race riots. But yeah. So here's another article from Vice News: 10 plots and attacks by white people Trump left off his terrorism list. Let's see. There was. I know that you guys had one. You had one in January. Yeah, the
Quebec City.
Yeah,
6 Muslims who were killed at the mosque in January, I think it was. And he was, of course, a lone wolf, and disturbed and just a poor little white guy. That's what he was.
Yeah, he wasn't an extreme
and
right.
By the way, here they're still taking pig heads and putting it up on top of the mosque all throughout the province. So if anyone wants to know if that shit is not, if it's over, it's not over. They're still attacking our Muslim brothers and sisters. It's nuts.
Trump didn't comment on that one, but he did send Sean Spicer out there to say this is why we must remain vigilant, because somehow stopping the travel ban, which does not stop an extreme right-wing French nationalist from coming into this country, but somehow they use that killing to strengthen the travel ban, which doesn't make any fucking sense because it was actually Muslims that were killed. Let's see, October 14th, 2016, Garden City, Kansas. 3 men allegedly belonging to the group called the Crusaders, an anti-immigrant, anti-government militia, were charged with conspiring to bomb a Somali immigrant community in Kansas. Patrick Stein, one of the defendants, told an undercover agent that he had hoped the attack would be a bloodbath. Stein, Curtis Allen, and Gavin Wright stockpiled firearms and explosives, which they planned to use to attack a building complex that is home to many Somali immigrants. The men repeatedly referred to Somalis as cockroaches. Interesting. How much you want to bet they donated to the NRA? I bet you, because, a lot of... I'll get into that later, but let's keep going. November 27th, 2015, Colorado Springs. Robert Louis Deere, a 57-year-old Colorado man, attacked a Planned Parenthood clinic in Colorado Springs, armed with 4 assault rifles, because one's not enough, and other weapons. Deere killed 3 people and injured 9 others. According to the court documents, Deere told investigators that he hoped he would be met in heaven by aborted fetuses thanking him for saving unborn babies. But not, so I always love this too about the right-wing extremists who decide that they're going to stop abortions by killing people because killing babies is wrong, but apparently killing grown people is not wrong, and the logic never makes any sense. It always ends up in like a circular logic thing that never it just falls out. He said he was driven to action by false allegations that the Planned Parenthood clinics sell baby parts. Derek also characterized members of the Army of God, a group of anti-abortion extremists behind other attacks in abortion clinics, as heroes. Fun fact here. The false allegations about Planned Parenthood, that is something that always seems to, come from the right. So when they talk, when Dana Loesch and other people talk about the violent rhetoric of the left, it never adds up to what the right does, where the right literally has indoctrinated an entire part of this country to believe that if you believe in a woman's choice, that you believe in murdering babies.
And you can always hide behind religion, right, for that shit.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean, I always think of fucking Ted Cruz, which I haven't heard from him in a little bit, but shout out to Ted Cruz for being a dick. But he definitely is a staunch Christian man, if I'm not mistaken, right? So he kind of believes in that whole rhetoric, and you got to be pro-life in every single occasion. Is it, am I not mistaken?
No, you're not mistaken. I mean, I believe, talking about Ted Cruz, right?
Right. Ted Cruz,
I believe, cause I think we covered this at one point during the campaign. He had somebody who literally called for the shooting of people that commit abortion. Like he had something like there are people that, they do this. They push this shit all the time, and it's never very godly. It's never it never sticks with the Christian principles. But that's also I know most American Christians are full of shit. Like most people, here's the thing: most people that are Christians are full of shit. And if you're hearing this, you're getting kind of mad. Really sit back. I know, take it to heart, calm down a little bit, think about it, and think about most people are Christian, and realize they're full of shit and hypocrites. I mean, that's just a fact. Like, come on, it's just what it is. I mean, so but when it comes to the Christian right, they're even worse. So yeah, we're not done yet, though. There's more. I mean, there's plenty of this stuff in here, but I'm just going to go through this in here. November 24th, 2015, location Minneapolis, Minnesota. 4 men wearing ski masks attacked Black Lives Matter protesters during a demonstration, wounding 5. Alan Scarcella, the only assailant with a gun, was convicted on assault charges. The other defendants were charged with second-degree assault. The 4 men reportedly met online and formed frequently by people with racist and anti-government views. The evidence against Scarcella included text messages he sent to his friends where he discussed shooting black people and photos of his phone that showed him posing with Confederate symbols. But apparently the NRA doesn't remember this because they didn't ever come out and defend Black Lives Matter on that one. So here we go. July 23rd, 2015, Lafayette, Louisiana. John Russell Hauser opened fire at a movie theater during a showing of Trainwreck, a film starring the comedian Amy Schumer. He killed 2 women, ages 21 and 33, and injured 9 others before committing suicide. Hauser exposed extremist right-wing views and reportedly an ardent anti-feminist. But again, remember, it's the left-wing rhetoric that's causing all the problems in America right now. June 23rd, 2015, this Charleston shooting. Won't go into that anymore. You guys know Dylan Roof. He had a manifesto. He's clearly racist. Sat down at the church and murdered. How many was it? Was it 9? Yes. 9.
Yeah, it was 9.
9.
Yeah.
So.
And don't forget the police took him to Burger King.
Oh yeah, got a Burger King because why won't you do that with a racist white supremacist? November 28th, 2014, August, Texas. Larry Stephen McQuillams, armed with a .22 caliber rifle, fired more than 100 rounds at government buildings in downtown Austin, including a police station, a Mexican consulate, a federal courthouse, and a bank. He tried to set the consulate on fire before he was shot dead by police. There were no fatalities. The police searched his rental van and found homemade bombs made from propane cans, a map containing 34 Ataris, and a white supremacist book called The Vigilantes of Christendom. Police characterized McQuillem as a homegrown American terrorist trying to terrorize our people. June 8th, 2014, Jared and Amanda Miller. I believe these are the ones that were dressed up as Joker and Harley Quinn, I think. A couple who shared their extreme anti-government positions through videos posted online. Shot and killed 2 Las Vegas police officers and later killed a civilian in a Walmart store. The Millers had spent time in Nevada rancher Clive and Bundy's property during the protests related to the Bundys' dispute with the federal government. That's also another one to remember. The Bundys, they're racist, and they're also fucking terrorists. But somehow they got off on their terrorism. Remember that? Let's see, June 4th, 2014, New Brunswick, Canada. Justin Borky, a 24-year-old Moncton, Canada, shot 5 officers from Royal. How do you say it?
Yeah, Moncton, New Brunswick, and his name is was it Justin Bork?
Bork. Okay, shot 5 officers from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, killing 3 and severely injuring 2. He was captured after a 10-week manhunt. Bork posted pro-gun and anti-police slogans on Facebook and said he feared Russia would invade Canada in a third world war. Guarantee you he also has if he could, he would have a MAGA hat. April 13th.
I remember that very well, Chris, by the way. Just to really quickly, he's out east, so in the east coast of Canada, it's very, very, relaxed and calm. They couldn't find that nigga for 3 weeks, or no, 10 weeks was. So everyone was on their P's and Q's, real scared. And Canada doesn't have these big terrorist attacks like you guys do every fucking hour of the day. So it was crazy over here. But I remember the way that they handled that was very calm and collected, but they never, ever called him a terrorist.
Interesting. Last one here, April 13th, 2014, Kansas City, Missouri. Fraser Glenn Cross, a former Ku Klux Klan leader, opened fire on 2 Jewish sites in a Kansas City suburb on Passover Eve, killing a doctor and his 14-year-old grandson, and a third woman. Cross shouted "Hail Hitler" as he was taken into custody. These are just the 10. There are more than this. All right, way more than this. How you get all this shit? This is this is thanks to Vice News. But like I said, you can find so many of these. Like I remember when over the last 8 years during President Obama's term, they came out and said that the Justice Department would come out and say, it's like, listen, you're talking about, extreme Muslim and radicalized Muslims, like, yo, right wing terrorism is on the rise and is getting worse. And we've been seeing that. And what did America do? They literally elected a guy who's only going to incite these assholes even more. Yeah. And guess what the NRA does during all of these events? They shut the fuck up. The NRA said nothing about Philando Castile. Nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. That's wrong. They did. When it first happened, they said they needed to know more. We need to wait and know more. We got to find out. When people stopped hitting on them for that, you know what they did then? They went and did what every Republican does when they get in trouble with black people. And they went and found a black person to sell their bullshit. So this is a video. I forgot to put in the thing. Let me start it up now. This is this dude. What is this guy's name? Oh God, what is this? What is his name? He's basically the black guy who's talk. He had a YouTube channel and he sold everything out to basically be the black NRA spokesman for the NRA because, well, it's always good to sell your own people out for a time because you get to look up what is this guy's name? This guy's name is Colion Noir, and I think that's not his real name. Let me put this on the screen.
Chris, I thought you were going to say it was Paris Denard, but either or, you know what I'm saying?
Right, not too fucking far. Not too fucking far. Wait, commentators. Yeah. So this is him speaking out on the Philando Castile video, and you'll see why this is bullshit.
Oh no.
As I watched Philando Castile dying in that car, I watched myself die. And it evoked every emotion in my body. I didn't want to ask questions. I didn't care what happened before the video started recording. All I knew is that I was watching a man struggle for his life and then die in front of his family and the entire world.
Okay, not too bad. Kind of strong coming out the gates for an NRA spokesman. I'm kind of like what I'm hearing so far.
But as a lawyer, I've learned to wait for all the evidence before rushing to judgment because emotions can blind you and rob you of impartiality. However, the shit I'm seeing in the mainstream media on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
There we go. The mainstream media is the fault here. Okay, so we get about 20 seconds of him speaking on Philando Castile before he moves on to the real enemy here is the mainstream media. Okay, so
I feel like D-Palm in a way where like you're kind of setting me up, and I know it's gonna be some bullshit, but I'm just waiting for this.
It gets worse.
What's his name? Massage Noir. What's his name?
We'll go with that. I'll just call him Colon, as in like where I shit out of Colion Noir. I think it's supposed to be Colin, but fucking Colon. Fuck you. Coon Noir. That's his name. Coon Noir.
Perfect.
Coon Noir.
I like it.
I'm thinking with Coon Noir.
Twitter about how the NRA doesn't care about black gun owners because they haven't said anything about Philando is so disingenuous, it's sad. Philando Castile was a 32-year-old black man with a concealed carry license who was stopped for a broken taillight. I'm a 32-year-old black man with a concealed carry license, and I was stopped 2 weeks ago. The NRA doesn't need to make a statement about Philando because they gave him his own show.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you coding ass motherfucker. Did he really just say that shit?
Fuck you, 100%. What the fuck, man? Oh,
you're not Philando. You're not Philando Castile, motherfucker, because you're still alive.
Exactly.
You can't say.
I wonder how much this motherfucker got paid for. Did he get paid for this shit?
No, of course. Oh, yeah. I think he's now their official.
How much does it? How much does it cost to sell your people out like that, man?
He's probably getting
in a 4-minute video.
He's probably getting paid in bullets. Because he's a gun enthusiast, so he's probably getting paid.
Oh yeah.
I get to fire wherever guns I want, and he's got a ton of videos out there. Like this is his whole thing. It's just like his whole thing becomes it's the media's fault. And not realizing that, listen, the NRA does not stand up for black people.
I've been fighting for gun rights under the NRA brand for years. Y'all just got here. Before I arrived, you said the NRA doesn't have a large black membership because they don't try to reach out to black people. But when the NRA makes me an NRA commentator, socially inept morons like Russell Simmons move the goalposts and say, oh, but we don't believe you. Colion Noir, you're just being used. Then I got my own show.
Well, you are just being used. I mean, that's just the fact. I mean, you're here and you've turned a video talking about Philando Castile instead of asking why the NRA isn't doing more and speaking out more. You flipped it into it's the mainstream media's fault for even asking the question.
And I highly doubt Russell Simmons is saying his name because I don't think Russell Simmons knows who the fuck Colion Noir.
Coon Noir. Nobody knows who the fuck you are anyway. Nobody gives a fuck who you are.
Where I had countless black people, gay people, hippies, whites, Mexicans, Asians, you name it. But still, you deflect again and say, now the NRA is just pandering and call me a coon and Uncle Tom when I'm fighting for the same damn rights that Martin Luther King, Huey P. Newton, and Malcolm X fought for.
Actually, no. No, actually, no, you're not. Like, what? I
have a dream that one day Colion Noir will come and save us all.
I had a dream one day that this man, Coon Noir, will get a show on YouTube for the NRA, and he'll sit there and talk about the real enemy out there, which is the mainstream media. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck are you? It's unbelievable. It gets better, though. It gets better.
Equivalencies. It gets better. Come on.
If any organization acts in a racist manner towards my gun rights, it's you, the national news media.
And not the police who actually shot, and shoot black legal gun owners, right? It's not them, right? Not them. It's the mainstream media who's doing it.
You call the NRA racist while in the same breath telling blacks like me that we shouldn't own guns because we can't be trusted to not just kill each other.
I have not seen anybody in the mainstream media say blacks shouldn't own guns because we kill each other. Like I have. Where are you getting the information from, sir? I've not actually seen that. I've seen black people say that maybe we shouldn't own guns because organizations of the NRA aren't going to protect us when police shoot legal gun owners. But I haven't seen anybody say that we can't be trusted to own guns. Like, where are you getting that information from? Who said that? The fuck?
Amazing, man.
It is truly amazing.
Name one thing the NRA does to make it harder for black people to access their Second Amendment rights.
Not stand up for us when we get shot by police. Like, how about that?
I'm more impressed, Chris. I'm more impressed by how he's able to say this. Like, how many takes did he need to do this 4 minute? If this is 4 minutes, not spliced, not edited, he did this in one take. Hey, man, I give him props because he's doing some real bullshit right now. This is amazing. He hasn't smiled not once or broken the character. Woo-wee.
Look, I've been thinking about trying to do short videos and things like that, and I realized I'm not a video person. Like, I cannot do this because my face betrays me, and I can't do it. So I got to give Coon Noir props here for, like you said, having a straight face and doing this in one take, because this is truly fucking amazing bullshit right here. This is 4 minutes and 11 seconds of bullshit, and that's a long time to be bullshitting straightforward like that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, name one. You can't, because unlike you, the NRA actually fights for my rights, just like it fought for.
Did it fight for Philando Castile?
Good question. I'm sure he would have a really good answer for you if you asked him that, Chris. He'd probably say, yeah.
Wouldn't it,
I mean, he did. Officer Yanez did his job, right? He did his job, right? He pulled out his gun, and then he said, hey, get out. What even, I don't even remember, because that video, it feels like it happened yesterday, but I was so traumatized by it, I almost forgot what happened. What did Yanez say to him?
I don't even remember what he said. I just know he shot him and he shouldn't have. I at that point,
there you go.
I can't remember.
Exactly.
I can't remember anymore. It was just like, it was fucking bullshit.
Right. It don't even matter.
Josephine Byrd, Otis McDonald, all of them. But no one knows who I'm talking about because you ignored those stories the same way you try to ignore me now. The Democratic Party invented gun control after slavery to keep guns out of the hands of black people, and they haven't stopped since. But you don't tell that story either. Then you have the ultimate troller, Don Lemon, attacking Mark Hughes, the young black man who exercised his right to open carry a rifle at the Dallas protest rally for the victimization of black people, asking why he would want those rights. You people fan the flames of racism to sell this tension to your sponsors, and then you can't figure out why black people all over America are legally arming up? And you do everything you can to ignore that story. And by the way, where are the facts on Philando Castile's death? Instead of calling NRA racist for not commenting on it, how about you do your job and go find the facts so we can actually have a...
Well, the facts were the Facebook video. And just for the record, you mentioned some other people like Josephine Byrd and people, black people that the NRA is doing it for. This is basically, from what I know, Josephine Byrd, her housing complex, her tenant agreement, lease agreement had the following provision that tenants are not permitted to display or use any firearms, BB guns, pellet guns, and slingshots or other weapons on the premise. So basically, the NRA decided to stand up for this woman's rights because the building she was in said that they didn't want guns in the place. That's what he's talking about. We're actually wondering why the NRA is standing up against the police organization for shooting a legal gun owner. Like this is something the NRA says that they stand for, right? Like when the government overreach and the police are literally government agents have shot a legal gun owner, and the NRA is silent. They've done what the NRA says will lead to blood in the streets and the people rising up against the government, which is killing legal gun owners, and the NRA is silent. And this motherfucker's talking about this one case that involves a woman who wasn't allowed to have a gun in a tenant building. Like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, that's your thing? Okay.
It's another false
rational,
equivalency,
honest
man.
dialogue in this country.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. All right, let's finish this.
Oh wait, that doesn't help you sell ad space though. This is sad, man. You want this division. You need the hate. You need a villain. Where were you over the 4th in Chicago when 4 people died and 51 were wounded?
Oh, bingo! He got the shot kids in Chicago. Oh man,
Kriss, I knew what was going to happen. I was just waiting for one about the kids in Chicago.
Look,
and he did it. He waited to 30 seconds.
He was
half-court shots.
Whoa. We was getting there. This was a buzzer beater right here. We almost didn't get it in there. I was getting kind of worried because I hadn't gotten this far into the video yet. So I'm like, whoa. Is he not going to hit the Chicago aspect of this? He's not going to hit the black-on-black crime? Of course.
He didn't let you down,
Nowhere.
Kriss.
Because that story was utterly predictable. Everyone in the city knew people would die that weekend. The only question was the numbers. How many innocent black people would be alive today if we applied the same level of justice to inner city hellholes that we demand in our lily white suburbs? No one knows. And that must be the way you cowards in the media want it.
Yeah, this motherfucker's name is Coon Noir because this motherfucker is stupid as shit. It's fucking stupid.
100%.
Yeah, it gets better though. So another thing you get from them is the NRA talking about women. So they use black people and then they also use women as a way. So we have another video here where the NRA TV, we're talking about why women own guns and we're talking about why, terrible. Oh wow, I was trying to figure out what that noise was. I was like, oh, it's thunder out here. We're about to storm like a motherfucker. So you get the NRA talking about women's rights and we stand up for women trying to own guns. And it's another stupid video. So here we go. Okay, come on. With the opinions expressed in this following video are not necessarily reflective views of other individual or the organization. Yet it's on NRA TV. Like I love how they put these little things, these little disclaimers in front of their video, but it's literally on the NRA's official YouTube page, and it's called NRA TV. But these views do not reflect the opinions of the organization. Like hell they don't.
Another way to protect themselves. They're just such cowards, man. They know what they're doing.
They're fucking cowards. There's a bunch of fucking cowards. Oh, we're back with Dana Loesch too, because
she's back. Jeez.
Yeah,
man.
I love.
We were done with her.
Loves to talk about empowering women, but the real litmus test for that is your support for the Second Amendment. Because if you don't support a woman's right to choose to defend herself against a rapist with a firearm, you don't support women. Period.
All right. So, fun fact. Before we get into this, I'm going to just say this real quick. Most women are raped or assaulted by men they know, usually lovers. So in that case, gun ownership really isn't about protecting yourself. If anything, it becomes a bigger threat if that man gets access to that weapon. So just want to throw that context out there right now because they're going to use a whole lot. Because this is what the NRA does. They play this victim role for black people and for women and for all these other individual groups, and they ignore the fact that these groups are usually undeniably victims of guns themselves. And in the case of women, you're usually a victim of a gun in your own house, maybe even your own weapon. So this idea that women need guns to protect themselves from rapists goes along the idea of what the right does all the time, where they pretend that rape is only stranger danger rape and not from, say, I don't know, your husband or your boyfriend. Or somebody where you wouldn't carry a gun, you wouldn't think you need to carry a gun with, or where having a gun means he probably has a gun too, which means he'll probably kill you with that gun. So just want to throw that out there first because they're going to go into a whole bunch of bullshit right here and they ignore that very, very important context they never fucking bring up.
And right before, Kriss, if you don't mind. Remember Marissa Alexander in Florida?
No, don't say that. We're
good. Okay, I got you.
Got you on that one. Already got you on that one. We're going to get there.
Thank you, man. Okay.
Despite the media doing everything possible to tell us that we're not smart enough or capable enough to use firearms, millions upon millions of women are purchasing guns, signing up for carry permits, and defending their lives and their families' lives.
In terms of the market for gun safety training and training to acquire a concealed pistol license. Nowadays, my classes are at least half women.
If you go to any local shooting range, you'll see plenty of women target shooting or participating in competitions, and more and more are hunting. But I think the biggest increase has been the simple recognition of the right of self-defense.
Also, I want to know how many of those women are getting self-defense or learning how to shoot a weapon because their husband knows how to shoot a weapon and they're fucking afraid of their fucking husband. You NRA douchebags.
Mm-hmm.
Protection. I feel safe. Yeah.
I think most women would say their worst fear is to be raped. I mean, it's a terrifying thing that women have to live with. And a lot can happen in the 10 minutes after you call the cops.
I'm here by myself with my infant.
Yeah, okay, sure. But again, most rapes happen when women are at their most vulnerable, when they're not literally tooled up and at their heightened sense of what's going on. You know, either they've been out partying, they're around people that they know, and somebody has offended them that way. And that's not to say that women, when they're out partying, like, again, it's like when, I can't remember which dumb GOP, senator said this, but after the shooting at, the baseball practice was like, well, I gotta carry permit. I'm gonna start carrying my weapon all around myself. I'm like, so if you were playing baseball at baseball practice, you would be carrying a gun at that point? That doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't do that. Same thing happens with women. It's like this idea that, oh, well, women get drunk and maybe you just shouldn't get drunk anymore. So women can't go out there and enjoy life and have fun. Like, the idea that you need to be tooled up at every point of your life makes no fucking sense. Like,
it's not realistic.
I'm going to go to the beach. So what are you going to do? You're going to hold it. You're going to be strapped up when you go to the beach. Like, this idea that, well, if you only had a gun, then this wouldn't have happened. Like, what? If I need a gun at every part of at every point where I go everywhere in my life, this isn't a safe place. This isn't the wild, wild fucking West. I shouldn't need to be tooled up every fucking time. So just drives me fucking crazy.
Baby, can I please get a dispatcher out here immediately? Are your doors locked? Yes, I've got 2 guns in my hand. Is it okay to shoot him if he comes in the store? I can't tell you that you can do that, but you do what you have to do to protect your baby.
I'm 5'1" and a half and less than 110 pounds, I'll say. And every man's going to be bigger than me and they're going to be stronger than me.
I can take all the self-defense classes I want. I can spend 3 years in Krav Maga. He still stands a really good chance of hurting me.
And a firearm is the only thing that equalizes me against somebody that weighs, let's say, 100 pounds more than me. I can't judo or...
That also assumes that you have time to have that gun. That also assumes they don't have a bigger gun. That assumes you even hit them. That assumes they don't take the gun from you. That assumes a lot. Like, you know, it's something that I used to bring up. And they make up a good point about, you know, women's self-defense classes. I remember when I used to coach, with some women, they were like, oh, I'm taking Krav Maga so I can learn self-defense and stuff. And I looked at her one day, I was like, that's not going to help you. Like, I was like, look at you. You're no, I mean, just no bullshit. You're 5'2". What are you going to do if I was to attack you? Now, granted, if you spend your entire life becoming like the greatest MMA fighter in the world, you can probably defend yourself. But in most cases, if I was to come and literally use my weight and my body against you as you are right now, you're not going to do it. And again, you're not going to spend the time that becomes a world champion athlete on that. You're not going to be able to do that. And I told her that. I was like, I'm not telling you this to stop you from going. I'm not telling you this from not doing this, but you need to be fully aware of your capabilities and what that means. This is not going to stop somebody. You're not going to be able to stop most men physically from being able to do that. That's just not.
Even before we get to the one that I just mentioned before, we'll get to that. But remember Christy Mack when she got fucking almost basically left to die from War Machine? Yeah. And what was she supposed to do against the fucking UFC dude on steroids, fucking crazy? He owned a whole bunch of shit, and he was trying to kill her, clearly, and her friend. And basically, she should have died, but somehow, by the grace of God, she was able to escape. And luckily, she's still alive, and he's in jail now. But what the fuck was she supposed to do against him?
There's nothing.
Put him in a fucking...
Right.
I don't know.
There's nothing you can do. Like, that's like, and I don't say that to stop people from going. And I'm not saying those classes are pointless. I'm not saying they won't. I'm pretty sure at some point they've saved some woman's life at some point. But you also need to, I had to tell that woman that because she had an unrealistic expectation of what that class was going to be able to do. I was like, at that point that you're in a physical confrontation with a man, it's survival at that point. Like, this is not, it's different from what's in class, different from what they're telling you. They're out here telling you, oh, you scratch his eyes and you kick him in the balls and you do all that stuff. Like, everything's scripted. It doesn't work that way in real life. The same can apply to a gun. And this is my problem the entire time with the way they teach, gun ownership for protection. It's like, when I get a car, I have to get a license. I have to show I have proficiency with that car. To get a gun in America, you do not have to do that. I want to get a motorcycle. I have to sign up for a class. I have to show proficiency with that motorcycle before I can drive a motorcycle, right? For a gun, you don't have to do that. So when people go, oh, well, no, I'm getting a gun for protection. How? If somebody breaks into your house, you're scared. You're trying to protect yourself. Maybe you have family, stuff like that. You have to find the gun. You have to load the gun. You have to be able to point it at the person, shoot. This is stuff that we've seen cops can't fucking do. All right? Exactly. How many times have we seen people that are trained to be good shots? They can't even shoot fucking straight. They can't even determine what's a threat and what's not a threat. But you, Mr. or Mrs. Joe Blow in America, who's fucking scared shitless and probably pissing your fucking pants and never shot your gun before because you bought a gun, but there's no requirement for you to stay proficient with that gun. So you had a gun in your fucking nightstand that you haven't shot in 5 years since you fucking bought it. You're supposed to pull that gun out now and shoot a person in the dark who's coming into you. Are you fucking serious right now? That's not going to happen. And here, and this is where it really drives me fucking insane with the NRA. The NRA fights against any kind of aspect saying that people should have to have some proficiency in the guns that they have. I am not anti-gun. I think people have guns for, I'm even one of those people that say it doesn't even big for hunting. Some people just like shooting guns. I'm fine with that. I know there's some people on the left who they ban guns. I'm not one of those guys. But I do think that you need to display some kind of proficiency with that fucking weapon, particularly if you're going to tell me you're going to get it for fucking self-defense. In that case, you need to go to class.
Hell yeah.
You need to show that you know how to do this. But here's the thing. You don't have to do that to have a gun. So when the NRA puts all these fucking videos out about, well, this is for women and women are trying to learn how to do self-defense and we have they're not mandated though. You're showing the women that have gone out there or the men that have gone out there and taken these classes. Here's the thing. Most gun owners don't do that. I can go out today, tomorrow, after waiting a wait period. I can get a fucking gun, never shoot it in my life until I need to use it. And I won't know how to fucking use it. There's no requirement from that. And the NRA fights against that. They fight against child safety locks. The NRA is the biggest group that stands against and has stood against having smart guns. Like they boycotted Smith & Wesson because Smith & Wesson, after being sued all this time, decided they were going to try to make a smart gun, and the NRA was like, "Oh fuck that! You're not gonna. That's just another step down a slippery slope of the government interfering and taking away gun ownership rights." And so they fought against and actually boycotted Smith & Wesson. All right,
that's amazing.
Like let me see if I can find. I have an article about here with the money in there. Before we go back into this, going back to the women, and again, just like the Philando Castile. Marissa Alexander.
Yep.
All right. She fired a warning shot above her, I think it was her husband at the time, who she felt was threatening her. And there are different things about the case where people say, well, maybe she shouldn't, whatever. She was trying to claim the stand your ground law, which is the law that NRA backed. You remember the stand your law ground from such great cases as Trayvon Martin, did a stand-up job there. And the NRA, actually, not only did the NRA not back Marissa Alexander in this, you have a lot of gun owners that went around their back trying to claim that she's not a good case for this, and literally slandering this woman, trying to explain why she should have been. I think they tried to put her in jail for second-degree murder, even though attempted murder for 20 years. Nobody died.
Yeah.
Nobody died. She fired a warning shot. She was put into jail. She got out, but she was put into jail for attempted murder. Did the NRA fight to save this gun owner and this woman that was standing her ground and protecting herself? No. Even though nobody died. No, the NRA did not. Because she's a black woman.
Exactly. And I was just going to say that, but I was just waiting for you to say it.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
We're on the same page.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So when, when Coon, what's his name, tried to tell us that the NRA stands for black people, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah,
not when, you know.
Yeah.
Interesting thing before we move on, because I got 15 minutes and cut a lot of stuff out.
I know, man.
But
Sure.
I wanna go into, again, why the NRA is a fucking terrorist organization that is funded by American white races. Let's see, in 2013, I believe they brought in $350 million. The majority of this money is funds to NRA incentives like member newsletters, sporting events, and gun safety education training programs. But these also help the new members to spread this pro-gun message, but influence laws and keep the choosing leaders in power as a separate pool of money to use. A CNN money analysis of federal campaign finance records show that much of this money comes from everyday Americans. These contributions, which the NRA uses to keep pro-gun makers in law, are on the rise. And again, they still do get money from the gun manufacturers as well. So I mean, they work hand in hand with it. So this idea that we're just about the everyday man. No, you're also doing the work of the gun manufacturers, and the gun manufacturers know not to get on the bad side of the NRA. So the NRA is literally doing this, and again, all these you always see the NRA talking about, we don't support really gun control legislation, and the only thing that can stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. What the NRA never tells you is a lot of those bad guys with the guns used to be NRA good men with guns and support the NRA. Yeah. So, because that's the thing about that's the thing about a gun owner, a bad gun owner. A bad gun owner at one point was a good gun owner. A lot of these weapons that they get in, they've got in because there is no real regulations on these weapons, and they're legally owned weapons. And there's nothing there to stop these people from getting weapons, because people like the NRA says, if you stop that person from getting a gun, then this person over here who's just a slow abiding citizen won't be able to get a gun. So no, we just got to let it open for everybody else. And again, it's becoming like almost a religion. Some of the top donators in this some of the top donators to the NRA, they're like regular people. Like the top 10 donators in this list are a computer programmer, retired publisher, and his wife. So the computer programmer over the last 10 years, and I think he's almost topped out, and I think there's a $51,000 limit, in 11 years, or maybe it's in 10 years. That's your limit. You can contribute to political to PACs. This computer programmer has donated $50,000 in 10 years. He gives 10 to 15% annually of his salary to the NRA. That's tithing. He thinks this is a fucking religion.
Oh yeah, this is the commitment to white supremacy, the commitment to, keeping that racism intact for as long as possible, because they're the ones, they know they're the only ones who get protected by this shit. They know, and that's why Trevor Noah fucking put this shit in a nice bow and did a great job. I think it was like a week and a half ago on the show. He really summarized that shit perfectly, where it doesn't extend their rights and protections. They don't extend to black people, period. And that's how he finished his segment, and I'm proud that he did that for sure. Yeah, he did a great job.
They don't. Like the NRA will fight. They fight against things that we shouldn't need. They fight against silencers. What the fuck, man? Like you don't need a silencer to hunt, unless you're hunting people. So what is the logic behind that? You don't need nothing they do. They're against again smart weapons, because again they're like, smart guns, you got to put your pin in there, and when the time is right and you need to, and somebody's broken into your home and you need to react really quickly, you can't remember your pin. You can't do that. So let me get this straight. You can't remember your pin, but you're gonna remember to load your weapon, point your weapon at a person in the dark, and shoot this person and defend yourself. Like, are you? If you're going to tell me that the lonely house mom who doesn't shoot on a regular basis,
exactly,
is going to have enough steely reserve to pull the gun out of the nightstand, make sure it's loaded, and point out and defend her cubs, you're going to tell me that she can do that? You can't then tell me that she's also not going to be able to remember her fucking PIN number to turn her smart weapon on. You can't, that doesn't make any sense, because remember a PIN or literally fight off intruders into your home. These are two different things here. Like, one is way harder than the other. If she can do one, she can definitely remember a fucking PIN number.
You would think, right?
Oh, it's fucking disgusting to me. You know, the NRA literally keeps doing this. They present themselves, and black people like that fucking Coon just drive me. It's like the NRA is not on your side. Like, I'd be all down for a black, a gun organization that really looked out for black gun owners. I'd be all down for that. But that is not the NRA. They have done everything in their power to present themselves as friends of the law enforcement, and they'll pick law enforcement over black people every fucking day.
No matter what.
They'll pick.
There's no opportunity that they would not protect themselves and protect the police over a fucking Corinne Gaines or Marissa Alexander or any of these black women who just get erased like that. They will always have the police's back, no matter what. Even if all the circumstantial evidence proves contrary, they will always protect them. They'll never have our backs. So we gotta stop fucking thinking that they will, because they won't.
They fucking
that
won't.
extends to every black person on this earth, man.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's one of those things that just drives me fucking crazy. And like, when you see how manipulative they are about this, presenting themselves, oh, we're just here for everyday person, and we're just doing it for everybody. No, you're fucking not, and it's so obvious you're not. You never see them. You don't even see them coming out and really working for, like, let's be honest here. Like, the number of white supremacists that the United States military creates is staggering, and you will never see the NRA really take a stand against letting people with PTSD or anything like that, or any kind of mental illness, stop getting guns. They view it as, oh, well, you're infringing on our Second Amendment right. Like, honestly, the NRA will pick the Second Amendment over the First Amendment any fucking day.
Of course. You kidding me? That's like automatic. That's an automatic.
Yeah, it's just disgusting to me. It's fucking. All right, I'm gonna move on.
They've shown themselves to be who they are, so we just have to fucking believe it. We can't get caught up in the sugarcoating. They're pretty transparent in regards to how they present themselves. But as you said, a lot of people buy into the hype and they buy into the hyperbole, and they see those videos and like, maybe NRA has a point. That you can't get caught up in that shit. You have to understand. Look at the facts. Don't forget Marissa Alexander. Don't forget Corinne Gaines. Don't forget any of these black women who were killed by the police.
Yeah.
And who never stood a chance. That woman was holding her baby and her hand. I remember seeing that video, and then all of a sudden the video cuts off once you see the fucking police with the whole fucking military gear. He's fucking National Guard protected up. He walks in, thing closes. Why did it close? Did Facebook have something to do with it? I don't know. All I know is that woman was fucking murdered in cold blood in front of her child. Her child's never going to have a mother no more. Marissa Alexander lost, 6 years of her life? Was half a dozen years she spent in jail for what? Because she didn't get extended the same exact stand your ground law in Florida as George Zimmerman.
But you know who the NRA does stand up for? Clive and Bundy and them. Funny how that works. Man. All right, I gotta cut. Like, there were a couple emails we got. I'm gonna read them next week. Some of them were just too long. So if you send me an email in, I know there were a couple of things that really involved Do You Even Sci-Fi Bro. We are running so far behind. Like, I've already told the people that are doing the CBBC that I'm running like 15 minutes late. So I'm gonna read those emails next week. Keep sending them in. Sure. I am gonna go through Do You Even Sci-Fi Bro one, because there is a really good one here. I'm cutting down to only one this week. And we might not even we're not even going to do a great moments of white privilege. I did have a good one. We're going to save that for next week as well. Again, this NRA stuff was just too big. Like, I cut out the healthcare stuff. Like, but the NRA stuff it drove me fucking crazy. Cause I'm not lying though. This is a terrorist fucking organization. They are meant to terrorize anyone who isn't white, on the right, or at least submits to those two. Like, that is literally what they are. And I'm tired of fucking playing games with these motherfuckers. It is disgusting when you go into how much the NRA has made, the United States the gun country that it fucking is. It is fucking absurd. Exactly. They fight against every simple, common sense gun laws There's always the reason why we don't have common sense gun laws and common sense gun laws doesn't mean taking guns away. Because look, the cat's out of the fucking bag. America's always going to have guns. You're not taking your guns away. It's not going to fucking happen. But the NRA stands against everything like that. And they ignore all the white supremacy attacks, or they'll turn into, well, if the kids if the kids just had guns, like, yes, if the teachers in Newtown just had guns, oh yeah, that's what I want. I want the teacher who is sitting there annoyed to death by the sound of children to go, oh well, I got a gun now, so there is a way to stop this from talking. Yeah, that's what I want.
Exactly.
You know, we have teachers that rape kids in schools. But you want to say, let's arm the teachers. Oh, yeah, that's fucking brilliant, you fucking jackasses. Anyway.
Yeah, it's very logical.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they should do to fix that situation.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, moving on. In trouble with the law, getting a divorce, having custody problems, then you might need a lawyer. If you're in the D.C. and Maryland area, then we have just a law firm for you. The Pool Law Firm is located in Silver Spring, Maryland, and it handles criminal law, family law, and personal injury. Susan Berry and Troy Poole are excellent attorneys in the Maryland, D.C. area. And even if you don't need a lawyer now, you might need one in the future or know someone who does. So spread the word and contact them. You can contact them at www.thepoollawfirm.com. That's pool with an E, P-O-O-L-E, lawfirm.com. Or you can give them a call at 301-585-3014. Let them know that Kriss from the MTR Network sent you. Now, back to the show. Alright. Alright, it is time for Do You Even Sci-Fi Bro? Again, I had several articles on this one today, just like last week, but we're running out of time, so I'm just going to do just one. And it's enough to make me go, what the fuck is wrong, people? This artificial womb concept lets you grow a baby in your house.
Kriss, did I send that to you?
You might have, but I think several people sent me this one, but I'd already seen it. I normally don't put out the show notes until the day before. This one has been in the show notes since it came out. I was just like, oh no, this is just fucking ridiculous. A new concept for an artificial womb has offered an interesting glimpse at what the future of baby making could look like, depicting an incubator that operates from outside of the parent's home. The concept shows how similar products may be the future of surrogacy and pregnancy, according to the creators of futurism. It depicts a retro-futuristic incubator shaped like an egg, complete with a transparent shell, which allows the developing fetus to be fully viewable. And alongside this incubator, futurism has also showed conceptualized a slow in which food of the parent can be distributed into the artificial womb, while they can communicate with the unborn baby using a separate microphone. This microphone allows the user to communicate with the baby that they are as they are developing. Look here. And again, this is something that's happened before. We've seen, I think it was last year, the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia managed to successfully grow a lamb in a bag. You know, and okay, so on the surface, you know, for women out there who have to literally get cut up or push out a giant ass human being outside of their body, hey, this sounds like a viable thing. But for me, because I watch too much sci-fi, this is exactly the plot line from the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, guys? Like, this is.
Oh yeah, that baby's coming out of that incubator, a cyborg, and gonna fuck you up, and ain't nothing you can do about it. That baby's gonna have superhuman strength. That baby's going to be able to talk and tell you and manipulate your mind into thinking that this is normal, and then come behind your back and stab you, and then I'm not looking forward to that.
I just have so many questions. I mean, this is like so like, okay, so you have your baby incubator in the living room. Like, is that like something you talk about at like Super Bowl parties? Like, oh wow, yeah, there's little Johnny over there. He's growing in the corner. Check up on him. You know, we just started growing him 2 weeks ago. He's almost done. Like, what is that shit? Like, what is that? What happens if it fails?
Thank you. It's not. Hey, man.
Like,
Come on,
again,
man.
I'm not a woman. We are two men here talking on the show. I cannot speak on miscarriages or anything like that. But something tells me, literally, looking at a miscarriage happen in a egg-shaped incubator in your fucking living room is probably not healthy for your mental health.
I would say no.
what happens if you have a brownout? Can you imagine that? Like your power literally goes out until you're literally like, oh my god, my kid is in the incubator. You know, like what's going on?
They have like a baby generator you can attach. To
Right,
the
you gotta have a little
incubator
baby
so that
generator.
If you lose your electricity, everything is still okay for a couple hours.
Yeah, like I just don't understand. I just have so many questions about how this would work and why we want this to work. Like this is honestly, this literally sounds like one of those futuristic society things where rich white women don't want to go through the idea of childbirth, so they literally have an incubator in their living room to grow their own little mini-me's. Like this is fucking terrible idea. Everything from this is just, it goes downhill from here. I just, what the fuck? I just saw the picture of the baby lamb in the bio bag. Dude,
dude, what the fuck, man?
They grow a lamb in a bag. They grow a lamb in a bag. Like are we not going to talk about this? They grow a lamb in a bag.
Oh man, yo, that.
Oh my god, are we gonna do this now? Are we gonna do this next? It's like you go to the grocery store, but it's a baby store, and you just go in there and pick your baby off the rack. It's like, hey, you want a little black baby? Here you go. What do you want? You want them to have this? And grab a baby off the rack and you throw them in your incubator. Like, why not? Why can't you come with prepackaged human babies now? Like, you know how I used to have like chia pets? Oh, you can have chia humans now. It's, just add water.
You literally just called it. You know how Angelina Jolie always adopts these kids?
She's been growing them in bags.
They have to go to the store.
She's
been
been
go to the grocery store and pick them up. Black baby right there. Boom.
Are we even sure she hasn't already started doing this? Are we sure that she's even actually adopted any kids and Angelina Jolie hasn't actually been growing kids in bags? She might be growing black baby. There might be a legal black baby farm out there at, Angelina Jolie's house. Come on, we already know her father is a fucking supervillain. John Voight is a fucking crazy nutcase. I'm just saying, this is perfect. This is a fucking sci-fi movie going on right here, and I am not down with this. This is fucking insane. People have lost their goddamn minds. We're not growing babies in fucking incubators. What the fuck, people? Have we learned? This is worse than robots. It's worse than robots.
It is. So we're talking about an underground black market baby making.
Oh my god!
Wow,
I don't know. Oh my god! They're gonna start having. Oh my god! They're gonna get robots to also take care of this. Oh, this is all bad. All this is going downhill. They're gonna have robots taking care of your incubated babies, and the robots are gonna be generating little Sith baby. Like this is just fucking terrible. I'm so disgusted by this right now.
Let's get this right now.
Yeah, she's gonna do this.
No thanks.
All right. Again, we're cutting everything else short here. Let's get into the Black Woman shout out. I did have a Black Woman shout out. I'm gonna wait for next week on this one because I actually know that your girl does some stuff. Your lady has some stuff. So I want you to go ahead and shout out what your lady is doing, and that'll be the Black Woman shout out for the day. And I killed two birds with one stone. So
there you go. Thank you, Kriss. I appreciate that. So my girl, she does on Instagram. If you check her out, it's like Alexandra, but it's Xandra Jackson, Xandra Jackson. On Instagram, she does portraits and paintings and art and photography. She just did a painting of Solange's cover for Seat at the Table, the album cover. It's super dope, and I don't know how the hell she did it. She just did it last night. She's all into the art thing, so check her out for sure. And she's my Black Woman shout out. She's my boo. She's my partner. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. I hope she doesn't cry when she hears this, but it's the truth. I'm keeping it real, Kriss. I'm keeping it real. That's my girl. And shout out to Black Love. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's all at. And like I said, thank you for letting me shout her out for sure.
Yeah, no problem, man. Like I said, I figured that was going to be a fallback. I knew this show might run over, and I was like, if it falls back, I'll just do that. But thank you very much, man. Thank you for being on. Your Twitter is Rich Jones. It's at Rich Jones. What is your
15?
15. There we go. At Rich Jones 15 on Twitter. I know you when you guys start your podcast, let me know so we can definitely put it out there on this. I want to thank you for being on. This is great, getting the international perspective on how fucked America is right now as a nation, and I appreciate that. I really do. So
thank you, man. I would love to be the international correspondent. Shout out to you. Shout out to Phenom. Shout out to Ron and Karen. Shout out to Nick, Jew, and Reggie. Shout out to everybody. D Palm, the whole circuit. I appreciate you guys. You guys have no idea how important your work is and your contributions. It means a lot, even all the way up here with all these polar bears and hockey and maple syrup and shit.
Yeah, you guys got. I call them white land sharks and polar bears. I do not fuck with that shit.
Stay as far away as possible, man.
Yeah, no, fuck that shit. Again, folks, you guys can support us. Go to Insanity Check on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music. Please sign up for MTR Premium. This is how we've been doing so well. We had to get a dedicated server for the site now, which is a good problem to have. But that costs money, so please sign up for MTR Premium account. We have a lot of premium shows coming out there. There's a lot of stuff there. If you're a premium member and you're wondering where the old shows are, make sure you're logged into your account and go find the old 2015 and 2016 archive feed. That's where all the old shows are. So please sign up for that. I just put out a Hell No Cube with myself and Aaron from Black Astronauts Podcast. Just went up yesterday on Friday, so listen to that. It was a great show. Talk about his support system, his wife, his daughter. It's a really great show, so please listen to that. And support, like I said, the $8 a month goes a long way to helping us get where we need to be at. We keep doing this. I'll be able to give each show its own budget, which is a great way, again, to get us going forward, to getting us what we need to get. You can also please go to the store, store.mtrnetwork.net. Please go there, buy the shirts. We got 5 more designs coming out soon. Also, please check out Zoo Design Works. That is Jamie. He's the one that did all the shirt designs for us on the site. It's been great. He's the guy I fall back on. He still has prints for Negrocron prints that are up there. I think he's going to be making shirts soon. So check out his work as well. Again, all that stuff helps shopping on our Amazon store. Again, we'll have some other stuff. Hopefully, I'll be putting the drops in with some of the other advertisers we have there. All that stuff helps. But again, the biggest things are the store and MTR Premium. Please sign up for both of those and support us there. Again, folks, thanks. Thank you guys very much for listening. Rich, thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, folks, we are out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Oh, when we get the music playing. There we go. Now we're gone. Peace.